my goodness gracious. Me oh my. Dude, it's crazy. Almost to 10,000 subscribers. So, should be fun. I don't know how many people care really about me or about what we're doing right now, but you know, it's all for the plot at the end of the day, am I right? So, yeah, anyway, I thought what would be kind of interesting is as we're kind of nearing 10,000 subscribers here, to kind of go down a little bit memory lane, kind of see where did Speedcubing TV start out at. I feel like a lot of new people probably don't even know who I am. People don't know what Speedcubing TV really even is about. See some cool clips of their favorite solvers like Dylan and everything. So yeah, I definitely want to show you some things. Hopefully maybe we hit 10,000 subscribers here. Who knows? But yeah, maybe we wait a bit for people to kind of settle in and everything. Right now there's a really good millisecond episode that we can possibly start watching the millisecond a little bit here and kind of seeing what it's about. I was able to kind of perform on that to some extent, so should be interesting. What's up, dude? Camera's so chopped, dude. Get a new camera, guys. I got one camera right now. Be happy. It's gonna be in the corner for most of this. We'll just send it into the corner now. Don't need this negativity right now. Let me see if I can, dude. I haven't streamed in like eons, bro. As like a normal Yahoo, just kind of doing this shebang. Getting Elgato, dude. Freaking lock in. Anyway, so we're gonna go a little bit down memory lane. We'll be taking a look at some of the stuff I used to do. So some of you guys probably don't know. First ever Speedcubing TV live stream was even on my channel. It wasn't even on WCA's channel. Wasn't even on Cubing USA's channel. It was on John Epley's channel, which still only has 17 subscribers. Blue Water Bridge Open 2022. A lot of fun stories with this competition. This was my, like, I had a competition back from COVID or whatever, and this was like kind of the first one. Also, same starting soon screen, by the way. So kind of interesting there. Yeah, so we kind of start out here. This is kind of chopped, I'll say so myself. Our setup was kind of jank. We were in the thick of things. Kind of the reason why I got into this. So actually, we go deep farther, way back into the lore, as we're waiting for this stream to start soon. It started with an email to Blake Thompson, current board of director of the World Cube Association. Yeah, I know, it's great. This thing has been used and abused, as we say. But basically, I started out with this whole thing with an email to Blake Thompson being like, hey, I've done live streams before for my college, student director of sports broadcast. Actually, I wasn't at the time, but I was doing instant replay operation for Hillsdale. I think I've got a decent amount of equipment. I think I can put on a Rubik's Cube event that I could live stream. And I was like, I don't want to like annoy the organizer or whatever. And he's like, dude, I got just the guy for you.
Here, we got like some drinks.
All right, guys, I'm starting.
Dude, we're classic rudimentary setup, dude.
The intro. Take an intro.
Dude, this is so good. Don't even play like I
So
didn't have ball knowledge back then.
And Pure. I'm Owen and this is Matthew. Sweet.
You can hear the commentators already. Dude, Aura. Starts an email with Blake Thompson, connects me to John Epley. John Epley's like, yo, stream my competition. I love the idea of it.
I'm gonna have to add on to this today.
I think this is Benjamin Pugh in the lore. Benjamin Pugh at this talking right now.
I was actually kind of annoyed because last comp, I've said once I reach sub 7, then I'm done with cubing, and it almost happened last comp.
Get ready to go live.
Okay.
Dude, let's go, dude. This is Aura. Don't even play. All
right, going live.
Still kind of old.
Oh, were people listening to me that entire time?
Yeah, that's my bad.
Dude, it is definitely the bad. This is hilarious, dude. This is crazy. So we had this kind of jank set up here. So this is Benjamin Pugh. This is my best friend Owen Colleen. the funny part is, dude, I'm such a bad friend. I haven't called him in like probably about a year now. And what's going on here is, what do you call it, dude? Why am I chopped right now? Oh my gosh. What happened here is we got 4 split screen. Literally the thing I said I hated, dude. I literally got into the streaming to stop this, but like it's the natural way. Everyone yearns for this at some point. Everyone wants to have the 4 split screen when they start streaming. My friend Owen kind of got schlepped into this. So my friend Owen in high school. So we graduate high school. He taught me how to cube, and we spent all of high school together. So much fun. He's ridiculously smart at math. He's now in New York City as a quant trader. Anyway, so we had a deal basically where he was really originally at Williams College, and at Williams College he did not like it. He wanted to transfer to University of Chicago to study in their math department. He's absolutely goated at math. Math department is this was the easiest layout at the time. Yeah, it was, dude. And one of the things about his math department at University of Chicago was it was very much the best math department in the world, still is today, and he wanted to transfer. So he had to have a submission video to transfer. So I ended up editing a video of him talking about how cubing ended up like is about his personality and everything, talking about cubing and him. And he ends up getting in and transferring. And part of our deal was that if he transferred, then he'd have to come back to a cubing competition with me. And so I'm like, yo, Port Huron competition's happening. Like, you should go do this and visit me during this time. Because actually, when he left to go do, what do you call it? To college, his whole family moved from Michigan, where I was originally from, to Massachusetts. Because he had graduated high school. They were going to switch up. It was a good time to switch school districts and everything. So he was just kind of gone. And I'm like, shoot. This is like the first time I can see you since being in college. It's been a year of college. It'd be great to see you again. So he flies out to Michigan, pick him up through the airport and everything. And I'm like, yo, by the way, we're going to be streaming a competition. And he's like, dog, like, what are we doing? So my boy kind of got like tricked into like showing up to this competition. And then he had to be a commentator. My guy's not like really the most like commentator pro guy, but I appreciate Owen doing this with me and everything. So that's in the lore. We're going through some of the stuff here. Dude, this is janked. What are we doing? All right. And, you know, Seth Rowell. Is that Seth Rowell? Oh, yeah, dude. Look at that. Young Seth a little bit there. This is just 2022. It's like only like 4 years ago. 4 years ago is kind of insane. Oh, sorry, dude, is this me? I actually get like an insane 3 on one of these two, which is kind of awesome. So let's see if this is the one I get the 3 on. Dude, I'm chopped on this. Dude, what are we doing, dude? Oh my gosh. A 9? I would get a 9. Dude, also my dad was like doing all the technical directing at this competition too. Second, is there anything before that 9? Is that me again? Is that some rando kid? Dude, I don't know. But anyway, we'll move on. What's up, Palusins? And basically, we'll move on to our second competition we ever live streamed, which is it's on Great Lakes Championships 2022. So this is the first one I ever got a budget for. This is one when John Appley was like, hey, you get a $500 budget, see what you can do. We ended up getting microphones. In the lore, my boy Morgan Ye, dude, we did this whole thing together side by side. And this was a lot better of a setup. We kind of had a little bit more of a vision. Still before top-down cameras, but this, for all the people with deep ball knowledge, Singular.live has now entered the picture in all of this. So Singular.live comes in, and, dude, look at this. Look what Dan Marinick cooked up. Actually, I cooked up, I think, the graphic on this one. I think I made the graphic, and my dad was able to send all the data from the WCA website. Absolutely huge. Singular.live in its truest form from day one. Right here. It says 2022. This is how you know it's deep ball knowledge. Dude, the brick wall, dude. The brick wall is legendary aura. Dude, absolutely insane. It's also funny how we were actually doubling as like the in-venue like thing. Dude, this is my dad like made these like little tickers and stuff. And everything here. So very interesting stuff. Dude, I'm late to the party. What's up, Rosie? This is still before Rosie's even in the picture. And this is where I remember, this is where kind of the plot happened, dude. So my boys, Brayden Richard and Sean Cutshot, actually kind of cooked here on commentary. They knew what they were talking about and everything, and locked in. So this is day 2 of like a very long. I spent 2 full days doing this competition. Yeah, and basically it gets to the final day. It's a 3x3 finals, and these guys are way better at commentating than I am, and stuff. So I was like, dude, put these guys in. There's a legendary moment where John Epley, the organizer, texts me and is like, yo, like, you should be doing 3x3 finals commentating. Why are these guys in there? I'm like, dude, these guys are way better than me. I'm way better on graphics. We're doing it for the plot. And absolutely elite. We end up doing graphics, and also this is the first time we get the average of 5 tracker in competition. Look at that. Very rudimentary form and everything. T Rose, dude, that is deep lore. This is before even T Rose was in the plot or in the picture at all. So deep ball knowledge with that. Blake Thompson doing head-to-head finals. This event, deep lore, Morgan Ye wins it. So absolutely goat, dude. Morgan Ye actually is. Wait, no, Great Lakes champs. He wins Michigan 2023. Let me see. Who?
Sleeve shirt.
Yeah, Morgan got an 807 average. This is Garrett who wins this. Dude, what an average for the time though. Counting on 5.
Counting 5.9, 6.1, and 6.2.
Dude, absolutely good. We'll see the final results as they come on in. So, oh, dude, we're reading for the refresh. So Luke Reiser comes in second. Garrett comes in first. Absolutely goated. Now, the next competition I live streamed, or speedcubing TV live streamed. Do we have any guesses, I guess, in the chat real quick? I'm curious for all of us 10 concurrent viewers, if anyone can chat. What do you guys think is the next live stream that Happy Feet Productions did as a company? If anyone knows the deep ball knowledge of this one, what's the next event we did? I'll wait like, a good 20 seconds here, and then if no one comments, I'll just keep moving forward. But this, the trophies were good. I'm so early. I don't know if you're so early or if we're just being late. Dude, oh my goodness, dude. Michael Chai pulling up the deep ball knowledge, and we got Washtenaw Winter 2023, dude. Here we go. John Epley was actually supposed to show up to this one, but ended up getting sick with a stomach flu day of. And this, guys, my friends, is the first ever rendition of top-down cameras in speedcubing. So, my boy Natapon Kanema, great contractor. Now, Rents Leon kind of dropped off the face of the earth. I texted him recently, but we're going to show you guys top-down cameras. And this was kind of a jank implementation. Dude, first of all, dude, is that T-Rose again? Dude, how does T-Rose magically show up in all this stuff? Look how high this thing is up off the ground. We're still using capture cards, by the way. ATEM is not in the picture. At this point, I put in the bid for U.S. Nationals 2023. Had not heard anything back from it. And we were just vibing with this. And, dude, up in the top right corner is there. And we can see right here. This event, I remember being insane. There is like a 1-hour moment of no one showing up to the solving station because of how crazy the competition was kind of set up and everything. And, dude, this is crazy. We even have the top down in, like, the wrong angle or whatever, too. So, Jank, I remember after this moment, I got a hotel the night before with my dad. I remember showing up to the competition at 5 a.m. to set up. My dad ended up showing up at 7. And it ended up being one of the craziest things I've ever, not craziest thing, sorry. It ended up being, like, one of the most arduous days I've ever been a part of. And I remember it being on my gaming PC. We had put 4 capture cards into it. It started locking up after 3. My PC almost locked up like 7 different times throughout this stream. And I remember going to a Rosman do a cubing solve. Dude, first of all, I'm Matthew Marinick, not Matthew Rosman. And I remember basically going down to we went to Savvy Sliders afterwards, my dad. And I remember, like, dude, what are we doing half this time? Like, how is this, like, I remember being so beat, having anything the whole day. My dad was absolutely destroyed. I'm like, dude, I just completely dragged my dad through all this too, and it being just absolutely brutal. And I remember saying that Savvy Sliders, eating like 5 sliders and being like, holy crap, dude. Like, we need to figure out something real fast. And fortunately, I somehow got trusted enough to do U.S. Nationals off this stream. No idea how, no idea why. I think what ended up being of anything was I heard in the lore that James Hildreth vouched for me, for us. And I will forever appreciate that. And I know you're Marinick. I am telling T Rose to do a solve. My B for under. Oh, what? Anyway, and it ended up being where somehow we got trusted and we did U.S. National. We got the contract for U.S. Nationals, and we also before that had Michigan Championships 2023. And I remember, so the context of this is me and my dad are absolutely spent. We've got no way of, what do you call it? Actually. Like, it seems like my PC's locking up and everything. And that's when something goated came along. And it was called the ATEM 8-channel HDMI mixer, dude. And this is when I purchased this thing. And this thing is a game changer. Because this thing absolutely... Dude, it's so much more expensive nowadays, too. HDMI mixer, dude. This thing was absolutely goated back in the day. I still have it. And... this completely made it so my PC just didn't lock up endlessly. And what we ended up doing from this point on was I ended up calling up an old high school friend named Michael Rosenkrantz. And he's in chat right now, supposedly. And my boy from Independence Television, me and him back in the day, we're doing what do you call it? We're doing high school sports together. We would do in high school. He would be the technical director, switching cameras, and I would be the instant replay operator. And that's how I got my start. Was my boy Michael Rosenkrantz. And Michael Rosenkrantz came in clutch. I was like, "Yo, show up to Port Huron, Michigan. We're gonna do this stream." And it was Michigan Championships 2023. And in Michigan Championships 2023... Oh, dog, this is cubing. Thought I had that pull with it. This was an absolutely legendary stream. Because this was run on the ATEM. We were using... Dude, look at this top-down camera. First of all, absolutely goated, dude. And the thing is, I remember... Shoot. Let me find day one. If I can. Day one. And... first of all, we put up the little camera out here in the back. But dude, really? Does Rosie? Where does Jepley come up? Oh, down there. Dude, he's LinkedIn farming on us right now. So what ended up happening here was I remember my dad showed up to this competition. And first of all, context of the last one, he was solo prodding. I was on commentary most of the time at Washtenaw. The PC was locking up. Everything was going haywire. He was running singular, running the PC, running everything. And then we get to this competition, and Rosie's technical directing it. I'm running graphics. We had 2 commentators commentating. And my dad was like, I was like, yo, we got instant replay, right? Like, we can run instant replay. And he was figuring that stuff out. And my dad said to me, I always remember, he said, dude, this is kind of relaxing. And I was like, dude, we made it here. And I remember him turning to Rosie and him being like, Rosie, or like, Michael, you're the best investment Matthew's ever made. And it was so funny. And we ended up running instant replay. Dude, look at this. Was it the first time instant replays entered cubing? I think I just saw one of the things. Ezra Shear, dude, legendary in the lore. Dude, instant replay, absolutely chopped. I had no idea how much RAM I needed, how much space I needed, or whatever. We ended up figuring this out later on. This is straight chop, dude. But hey, you have to start somewhere, and you have to do things. Here's Luke Garrett, dude, absolutely goated. And yeah, so this competition was awesome. If we go to day 2, where's day 2? Michigan Championships, day 2. Everything here. This is Morgan Ye wins this competition, and dude, legendary shrug from Morgan, dude. He's like, yeah, I just like that. I'm him, you know. See, we end up kind of figuring out a little bit, making it a little more smooth. So, kind of goated. By the way, we had the U.S. Nats contract for this at this point. But surely this competition doesn't cause any kind of controversy whatsoever. There's nothing wrong with this competition. There's nothing that happens in Pyraminx finals to cause any controversy whatsoever to throw us off the rails. Dude, let me find the moment. Dude. What a legendary what do you call it? Competition. I mean, there is a Pyraminx solve. Where's Pyrafinals? First of all, let's watch one of these ads, dude, from old Speedcubing TV. Dude, this is goated. Okay. Dude,
Rubik's Cube. Over
my
3
left ear
billion
enjoys this one.
combinations, but just one solution from Ideal.
Mintai, 6 of age, living in Los Angeles, California. He came to the United States 3 years ago.
Sorry about that, Felix. Felix is, well, he had the best time I think we all saw at 10.05 seconds.
Phil did it. Phil did it. Philip. Yo. Philip is the new world champion. Dude. Oh, so good. What a stream.
And we're back from commercial, so
Dude, Luke Garrett.
tell me about that.
Legendary,
that
bro.
four.
So anyway, there was Pyraminx. Basically, what happens here? Oh, dude, we got
Yeah,
Steve.
coming
Dude,
up.
we're so got Pyraminx coming up. Let's find the moment. Where's Harsha Paladugu, dude? Where's Harsha Paladugu in the moment? Oh wait, is this the moment? It was Harsha solved.
Due to his counting 3.5 guaranteed.
The
Ezra
ITV
1.3.
Finishing off with a 1.3, that is the best possible
Dude,
average.
is this the
So that's
terror
gonna be
speed that we're looking
171.
for?
Harsha terror speed.
Wow. Dude, here we go. So 0.98. Now, one of the things that happened here, dude, is basically we ended up having it where we put the Jumbotron in the venue. So there's a huge screen with a projector and everything. We've been running this for multiple days. We've run it at the past competitions. If we go back and earlier in this stream that I was talking about it, we had it for Blue Water Bridge Open. We had it where everything was, just on the big screen. But now we had instant replay, right? And we had slow-mo instant replay. So we have this on the big screen.
Let's go.
Tied his PR.
You have all these competitors being like, what
0.98.
happened, dude? And they're all like, wait, I can look up on the big screen what's happening.
Sub 1.
No, it is not world record.
People
Not
actually
even
record.
close.
Gracer on the mic.
Let's go. Ohio State record single.
O-H.
IO. Let's
Dude,
go.
Cut out the. Oh,
Let's
sorry.
go.
So,
All right,
anyway,
let's
so we get over here, and
see execution.
we're going
Instant
through.
Three
replay.
tip
And
solution.
Three
This instant
tips.
replay, by the way, is on the Jumbotron. So now all these solvers in the competitor waiting area are like, they kind of walk out, some of them, and they're like looking up, and you'll notice that some of the delegates start yelling at them and being
This has got to be really
yo,
fast.
stop
See,
looking
what
at the screen, because some of them haven't had this scramble yet.
What was body? Let's see.
So yeah, you can hear.
Oh yeah, don't watch the screen if you're still solving.
Yeah, Gracer says, don't watch the screen if you're still solving.
3 moves to hedge.
So, what's again?
Watch the screen if you're still solving, por favor.
This creates.
It looks
That
like
was
This creates
3
something
moves to hedge.
legendary.
Incredibly
And
fast.
whether you like it or not, this is where it comes down to. If you go to worldcubeassociation.org, you go to this competition. What's the date? 2 years ago, July 9th, 2023. What does this happen? We now have the new information, WCA documents. We're going to WCA policies. Motions? Maybe it was a motion? Dude, where is it at? Where is it at? Dude, where are the broadcast rules? Dude, I used to have this. Oh. Scramble accountability. Here we go. And this here, I don't know if we have a date on when this thing was passed, but this created a whole new rule change that in my circles, we call it the Michigan 2023 rule. And what happened was they had this whole new thing of enabling scrambling areas and everything. And they talk about also, wait. Maybe this isn't it. Yeah, broadcasting competitions. This section, broadcast competitions. When a competitor has been called for the group, they must not look at any broadcasting of their group. The organizational team should announce on the competition page if they are aware of the broadcast taking place in the competition. The organizational team may require competitors not interact with certain electronic devices until they have completed their attempts to ensure that no broadcast of the competition will be viewed by any competitors of the ongoing group. And the organization team must consider fairness of this and must receive approval from WC delegates. So, we have now created the Michigan 2023 rule that was passed just a month later after this competition. But one of the things I'm forever grateful for is I think top-down cameras will have gotten shot down. But if we go to U.S. Nationals, cubing, 2023, this was the thing that put us on the map. And this is what I am forever grateful for in a lot of ways, was this event. And one of the things that I think made cubing, dude, Noah Sword, legendary. Cubing USA under videos, their full VOD, Cubing National 2023. Day 4, it was 5x5 finals. I'll remember it clearly. There's a couple of moments that I remember that were just absolutely...
Well-deserved applause for Michael Nielsen right there.
This is the 5x5 finals. Oh, dude. Absolutely goated. That's 2023 was the moment. And we were in the 8-time setup,
That will mean that
running
Patrick
everything.
will end up getting the podium.
So, here's a couple of things. There's 2 moments here that I think prove to the world that this is the plot. And one of the things that happened, so first of all, think about this for a moment. Think about a world before top-down cameras. If you are a spectator in the crowd of this event, you have no idea where these people are at in their solve. They're holding this cube below the belt. There's no way to see where they're at in cubing. All you can see is the timer. It's completely not able to watch at all. And one of the things that is crazy is we had this for the final day. We had all the camera feeds on the giant jumbotron in the venue, and I think it's when people realize, like, holy crap, this is just cool. And a couple of things. So Max Park and Seunghook Nam are pacing each other right now, and right now Nam's mean is 39 seconds, and Max Park's mean is 41. So we just go through this a bit.
Edge.
It's like his best
So-
possible average.
So now he's at 40 point whatever. And so Max is waiting for his cube. Nam is waiting for his cube.
Max.
We're going through this. So this moment was a great call up. My boy John Ritchie, groomsman at my wedding, running the technical directing. This is beyond his ball knowledge of the 8-10 mixer. Why do I got the closed captions on, dog? So Max starts, Nam starts. We're here at a moment where literally it's anyone's game. So we're gonna have to completely switch up what we normally do, and we're gonna do something crazy. We're gonna go and we're gonna do 2x2 side-by-side camera. And I remember you can still hear it here. You can hear the audible gasp from the crowd when it happens.
So that's a promising sign for Max.
Oh, thank you, producers, for the split screen
The
view.
murmur from the crowd a little bit there.
Here we go.
Now,
So Max finishes.
even
Nam's
with
out of it
possible
now.
average of 4,
Now that next best thing is what happens just after this. This is when it gets insane. So first of all, once again, no one will ever be able to see what's going on from the front-facing view. Max Park here is on his final solve. Dude, this is just so good. By the way, deep ball knowledge in the lore. The reason why Michael Rosenkrantz couldn't go to this competition and help was because he was in Seattle before his time. So going through here, Max Park going through his final solve of U.S. Nationals 2023.
10 seconds.
This is just absolutely
He didn't
legendary.
slice until 13.
And once again, context: no one would have ever been able to see this solve ahead of time.
This is
This
crazy.
is on the jumbotron in the venue.
Crazy.
Thousands of people in the crowd.
Wait,
Is this going to be world record single? That's world record single to win U.S. Nationals. Max Park.
that is crazy.
Dude, absolutely legendary. Point to the crowd. Insane. See the jumbotron right here, and dude, we're so in business. And this is when people realized we're not going back. I don't care about whatever online forum, like top down. This is when everything changed. The whole perspective on streaming, everything right here. This moment was elite. Match is lit. All right. Then we enter the T Rose era. So Tyler Rose comes in at Cubing USA Great Lakes Championships 2023, and my boy shows up and is like, you know, you guys can tape down chords, you know, you guys can actually prepare for stuff. And my boy goes through and prepares like the most goated stream I've ever seen in my life at the time. And this is the first instance of something called the mobile camera. So a couple of moments I want to touch on here. So getting people off the stream stage. This is with mobile camera, dude. Less than 20 subs left, by the way, dude. Huge.
Sub 5. He did already get one, so let's see if we can get another one.
So Timon is going through. Doing
doesn't
mobile
look
cam.
like it. So that is going to be W.
Boom. And so this is great and everything. Then there's one moment, 3x3 finals. Excuse me.
It looks like the Great Lakes champion title is dead.
Dude, Timon Koloshinsky was here, which was all like
Yeah, see, 1.1.
Wait, dude. Remember? Dude, Philip Wickett, Timon Koloshinsky, dude, legendary, bro. Just legendary that we got both of them here. Let me find it. Dude, Okay.
They're definitely are. Nicholas Sanchez.
Dude, this is kind of good.
I want to say.
All right.
Luigi Soriano.
Oh yeah, Luigi.
Oh, here we got a view of the trophies.
Dude, first
the
of all,
trophies this year
what are we
really
doing,
cool
dude? This is
looking.
goated. I don't even do this in the streams nowadays.
Actually, I haven't
First
seen
of all, the
those
mobile
Yeah,
cam,
and then
dude,
here's
my boy
the
Jonathan Popa.
3x3 trophies there.
Nice.
Very cool this year.
Wait, Stu was in this chat? Dude, hilarious.
I got to see them before they were like unveiled, and I must say they're cube stand ones, although those were really cool.
Here's another moment that puts us on the map a little bit.
Lines, third place.
Last year or this year?
This year, yeah, on Friday. All right, we got
And
first of all, this top down, actually immaculate. Like, let's stop back and think about this for a moment. This Mog's even my boy Manu a little bit. Sorry, my boy, my bad.
we are starting to at the finals.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of goated. I also remember we had it running from top down this whole time, and I wanted it to be front facing.
Timon. Ooh.
Wait.
29.
Yes.
It's like my bad. I gotta find the right one.
Yeah,
Here we go.
It looks like he's going for yellow here.
Feel smooth into a suit. A 378 from Timon. That is a European record single. I believe it was. I'm pretty sure it was anti-soon PLL skip. Let's see. No, left soon PLL skip for a 378.
Incredible.
So good, dude. So T Rose starts a new era of all that, and dude, the background. Look at that, legendary. Then we go on to what I firmly believe is what I think proved to the world that speed cubing is a sport. And this here we go to North American All-Stars 2024, and now we kind of get into the full-fledged Manu era a little bit here. And
this is the garden hose nozzle my team spent 3 years building, because every pressure washer on the market
Loki, I pressure wash my sister's garage, and it kind of fun, I'm not gonna lie.
kept letting people.
So
it was one of those.
This event here, first of all, goated Manu. There's a couple of moments here. So first of all, the fact that timeout. I want to give some props here. First of all, Michael Chai, dude. Among this is like when Palpatine was Chancellor, you know, like this.
Competitive speed cubers in the world are gonna duke it out.
Legendary.
To see who's gonna place.
Thompson Clark, Tim Reynolds, Kelvin Nielsen, back when he was part of the establishment. Walker Welsh, dude.
in the top, and who's going to be crowned the North American Champion All-Star for 2024.
Dude. So anyway, first of all, I think a lot of people know the story of this, but there's one moment in particular. So okay, first of all, I want to give my props to the mobile cam here looked great, by the way.
Round 3 will start around.
We're just running mobile cam like this. Okay, so a couple things. So first of all, Lisa Kukala, Carter Kukala, straight goats, guys. Like being able to find this venue, put this on, like the sheer amazingness for that. Another thing, too, is, first of all, going to the loading dock area of the Mall of America, going through all the back alleys and everything, absolutely crazy in that regard, too. Like, going through all the, yeah, no, please, I'm so tired for this. Dude, we literally set up the night before from 9 p.m. to midnight, woke up at 5 a.m. and finished setup, and it was, like, literally, like, we were setting up, like, as the first things were going on. I actually have a story here, This is a little bit... Let me see if I can find a good angle of this. Actually, like right here. This is literally it. So where Tim Reynolds is standing, we're literally like an hour before broadcast starts. An hour before. And our instant replay machine breaks. And I can't figure it out. The Mall of America staff guy with me, he's like, all right, let's figure this out. We put my PC on this thing here. On the... what do you call it? On the stage. And... we go through it. We're like dissecting it, putting the pieces back together. It boots up and we get it running like as stream starts. Straight legendary. In the Lord, North American All-Stars almost didn't have instant replay. But we clutch because that's what Happy Feet Productions does. And dude, this is just a legendary competition. We get to 3x3 finals. First of all, a couple of moments. I didn't know this at the time. I didn't realize how I was in the zone, but the Dylan Miller first of all, I didn't really... I hate to be the guy. I didn't know who Dylan was before this comp. And then I show up to this competition. We're in setup day. And I just have Manu chirping in my ear this whole time, being like, this guy Dylan's the GOAT. This guy's Dylan's the GOAT. Like, trust me, he's my guy. This is my guy. And I'm like, dog, like, you do you. This guy in jorts just showed up. He's kind of all right. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, he has a 6. For the solves that he does have, he has a 6.607 and a 623, which are good.
Dude, where's the kind of subs? To be honest, it's on the
thing. If he gets an 8, he's gonna count the 8, guaranteed. He's really good. I think he's gonna safety.
Everybody gets one.
So,
imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Do you think all the weight on the wrist makes him slower?
Maybe.
Do you think all the rate on the wrist makes him slower?
All right.
Okay. 609.
609.
Dude,
so
he is going through it right
609.
now.
Some good consistency.
So good.
So trap.
So I didn't realize this. I'm just, once again, I'm in the zone. I'm focused on Timons. I'm got like a 582 average, kind of goated. Dude, Rosie's got the call out, dude. On lock.
And second, Brian. Prize. I mean.
Yeah, dark hair Dilly era. Dude, first of all, what a goated shot. What a goated call out.
That's
here.
Kinda
so we got
shocking.
Gricer watching from the side, dude. This is a rivalry in the making, low-key. Like, low-key, we had that going on. We had Gricer watching.
We've been talking.
The little zoom out, the little wave.
We're seeing it.
Timon comes up, they dap him up. We're waiting for Gricer's last solve. M&M store in the background.
Not even on the podium.
And he got a 5 average too.
So our head-to-head is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
I think our
dude Ryan Pilot lurking, dude. This is a legendary. We got Maddie.
Second to last is going to be Timon versus Maddie. So the two favorites are presumably
Carter cooking in the back. Dude, Manu. We got young Manu. This is Manu before he was commentating a ton. This is kind of his breakout performance in a lot of ways.
Best case for.
So boom, we show up. Dylan Miller.
And
we got all those.
Like we said, he has a 10 here. I don't know exactly what he needs to advance, but WPA would not advance. It would be the second worst average so far. He needs something. He needs something good, and he needs something good now. Ideally, if he can count the. Wow, that's insane.
Yeah, with a 6.81.
Okay, so I knew he was late or whatever. Just showing up, but the thing is that Dylan here is like, picture this. Actually, wait. So I remember Tyler Rose calling out, yo, John, put this, or John or Michael, put this graphic up. Put this graphic up. And I was like so confused on like why it mattered or whatever. And it was after this already, and it said like qualified.
It's huge, everyone.
Tight for both of them.
Definitely one of the favorites.
What we should have had is a needs to beat graphic. Imagine a needs to beat graphic come out
not
here.
Not a favorite to win it all, but definitely a contender to be on the podium. Could get knocked out right here.
Dude, first of all, cut to this dude. This is Aura. Lifts it up. We cut cams like straight goated.
Finals cut off his top 10.
All right, it's getting started. He's looking a little bit better in inspection. I feel like he's picked yellow cross here. Now he's trying to figure out what he's going to do.
Dude, Dylan Miller, young Dylan, dude. This is kind of put Dylan on the map a little
12
bit.
seconds of inspection gone.
He's
Amazing start.
Out.
PLL, a little bit sloppy on the PLL, but 5.95.
There we go.
And he knows
it.
He knows he escaped the clutches.
6.13, landing him in 6th place. Dylan Miller is going to the finals.
Amazing, amazing solve to finish up here. You can see the difference. Being confident in knowing what cross you're going to pick allowed him to predict the first couple F2L pairs. Good OLL.
Dude, that Aki last layer, dude.
First.
So good.
See that.
Dude, and then I remember Dylan Miller advanced graphic, dude.
That was,
we hit it here. This is so good, dude. So good.
Great job.
High five.
Round of applause.
Dude, this would be in Remu edits the days to come, dude.
Our competitors.
We have our top 10. Luke Garrett in 1st. Brian Johnson 2nd. Timon 3rd.
We wanted to thank everyone.
All right, so then we get to the real stuff. So first of all, we're gonna find the legendary Manu call out. So first of all, there was one thing that I want to mention. So okay, it was Tim on Max. All right, so a couple of things. So
5.
First of all, let me.
Not our last competitor.
The graphics coming out here. Okay.
Himself for the final.
Okay. So a little story time. First of all, I knew Michael Rosenkrantz was pretty decent at commentary and like other sports and stuff. And this is 2024, and I remember he did stuff for like our high school, like basketball and everything. And I was like, yo, so like I know this guy does commentary. And then let's let this moment play out. So this is Timon's first solve here. And context of this, Caleb Chen, I'm not gonna go back to the Caleb Chen solve, but he ended up getting a 4. Maddie gets a 4, and then Timon here gets a 4. So this 4 right here. And I want you guys to pay attention to Manu Singhal's call out.
Bit lockier. Uper 438. What have these last 3 solves been? 4, 4, 4, back to back to back. Ladies.
So what have these last 3 solves been? 4, 4, 4, back to back to back. And literally Rosie's in chat already commenting this too. I remember we got back to the Airbnb later that day, and Rosie, we're like, dude, they were solving so well or whatever and everything. And out of nowhere, Rosie just hits. He literally just verbatim goes, what have these last 3 solves been? 4, 4, 4, back to back to back. And at that moment, we all looked at each other and we were like, dog, is that like exactly what Manu said? And Manu's like, I think that's what he said. And then we played back the clip and that's what he said. And we're all like, Rosie, how do you know that? And he's like, I just like remember that stuff. And at that point, I was like, file that in the back of my head. This guy should commentate a cubing competition one day. Like, there's just something about
Ladies and
that.
gentlemen,
like, you don't just go around like hitting that without having some kind of broadcasting obsession. So, anyway, we're gonna hit the legendary moment here.
5, 3. I feel.
I will say this. I think really highlight big lockup.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
And here we have the.
So here's the thing. I remember at this moment, people still said speedcubing can never be spectator friendly. It never could be a thing. It can never be that big of an event. People will never care to watch speedcubing at the competitive level. No one will care. And here we are, packed full of the Mall of America, multiple levels, random people watching, huge crowd. The solvers don't care right now whether or not they have a, massive, this is a Manu Glaze session now. No, it's not. And no one here cares about the fact that, there's a roller coaster going on in the background. We don't need the freaking prim and proper everyone equal, everyone this. No, it's the top 30 solvers in North America. They're all here in the Mall of America. Literally roller coasters going by, loud noises, huge crowds, massive things. This is what speedcubing is meant to be. And this is what ends up happening, dude. We end up going to this solve, and I remember doing instant replay for this, and I remember no one knew the context. No one knew in this crowd what was a good solve or a bad solve. They were just passerbys. What they did know is that this was special.
Consistency, and we got a similar time, even though it wasn't maybe quite as fast.
What is Timon's turning here? He's got a 4.
392!
Ladies and gentlemen, that's a sub-4 single.
We're counting a 4.38.
This is a really good average so far.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
This is a really, really good average.
Jinx it. Don't you dare say
Timon is on a
bender
bender
right
now.
now.
He's counting
Dude,
3, 4, 8.
So anyway, crowd of Mall Maker goes up, and I think this is the moment where everyone kind of knew that Marinix not just being an idiot anymore. This isn't just Chai being crazy. This isn't just, you know, Manu being a dream person or whatever. Like, this is literally the plot. And literally, right now, we have it. Like, we have the blueprint. We have the blueprint, dude. And it's amazing, dude.
Everyone, there are 4 solves left. Saw on the edge. 5 solution. Oh, it's winning
best.
right now. 2 seconds. Maddie has a 5-12. We've seen
So good, dude.
Oh, huge lockup. This is gonna be 6-8.
Dude, for the crowd here, dude, we're like literally people are all watching this, dude, and this is just one floor, guys.
If you could make that 3
Matt
potential.
Count in this kind of situation.
Yeah. So and then there was some gimmicky stuff. This is kind of in the lore. They were doing like some blind cube stuff after this too. Dog. Some kind of fun, just gimmicky activities.
I wish we had a timer going.
Yeah.
It's been what, 6 seconds that he memorized
Maybe,
that,
yeah.
maybe?
And you'll see this.
But yeah. So anyway, I think there was kind of a goated moment. Their eye came on the mic actually. Dude. Let's like I haven't really watched this too much back, but I remember being hyped as all get out because like we just witnessed greatness. And me and Manu just
7 relay.
started
The reason why we're doing this, by the way, is we've only seen 3x3 so
My
far.
boy Keith, dude, in the back. Keith
at this
Greiser,
competition,
dude. That's
but
Luke Greiser's dad.
The World Cube Association, you know, like we put on all of these officially sanctioned events.
Yep.
So all the world records that you see, they're all happened officially. If you do a solve at home, it doesn't really
Many spitting some propaganda. It's all right.
count because it's not under the same conditions. We can't ensure that there's like the same like scramble secrecy and stuff like that.
Scramble secrecy. Like, what are we talking about? Like, go do some FMC off to the side.
So the WCA recognizes many types of puzzles. You have like your 3x3, but then you have your other cubic puzzles, 2x2, 4x4, all the way up to 7x7. That's the largest puzzle that's recognized, as well as some different methods of solving. We have like blindfolded,
Dude,
one-handed
I haven't
solving,
really rewatched this.
loads of other stuff. And then we have different types of shapes as well. We have like a pyramid-shaped puzzle. We have a dodecahedron puzzle, which is really cool, one of my favorites.
It would be, Manu.
Have like big blind. There's a really, really cool event. It's called
It's not that cool.
Multi-blind. If you know Graham Sickens, go check him out. He recently
Graham's
attempted
pretty
to
cool,
do 300 cubes multi-blind. That means he memorized 300 cubes, puts on the blindfold, tries to solve all 300
I will say
cubes
this is
without
very
taking
cool.
the blindfold off. Loads of different types of
Should it be
events. We're
WCA
gonna show you
official?
3
Probably
through 7
not, but
here.
Let's.
Yeah, and honestly, we're going to see really fast people at it too. These are some
Yeah.
of the top solvers. They're not only top solvers at 3x3, but a lot of them here are really good all the way up till 7x7. So it's going to be some of the fastest solvers just basically racing each other in a relay race, but cubing version.
Exactly. We're going to cut to a short break, and then we'll be back. Not sure if we'll be on the commentary, but at least you all will be able
Dude,
to
what
see
a
it.
goated!
So
I didn't even
stay
know
tuned.
this existed. Dude, what a goated photo looking thing. Music kicks in too. Dude, where is it when I like was talking with Chai ahead of time? Oh, dude.
A lot of people here have never...
Okay. Dude, this is like...
The top player...
Let's see.
Never have to deal with...
Yeah.
Is going into Worlds
performance in this final was just absolutely spectacular. Matthew Marinick on the mic now to replace Nick Silvestri, who had to step out for some board duties.
Yeah, he's going to go and take a picture with all the other board members and the winners, Timon Koloshinsky. The main thing that I'm thinking about is going into Worlds 2025 or even NAC tomorrow, or like in the next couple of days.
Yeah.
You are thinking, who can handle the pressure under the lights? Who is the person that can actually perform when it really matters? And you just see Timon Koloshinsky get, what, a high 4 average in the finals in the Mall of America? Not to mention, this is
that was unheard of at the time. First of all, we didn't have Yi Hang just like spitting out times, getting 4 averages like it's casual. That was insane. Mall of America, high 4 average, insane.
Completely different solving environment than anything else. You have people here who are all around in the rotunda, up multiple floors, watching down over you. It's probably the loudest crowd environment you'll ever have to deal with.
Yeah.
And under all the lights, your face is on a giant
Look at this.
jumbotron.
Look at this. So there's all these people at the bottom here, right? These are all the spectators who are seated. There's this floor that you see right now.
Dunkin' Donuts
There's
is up
another
there
floor.
casually.
There's another floor above that. And there are people at all levels who can hear this crowd noise, and they're like, what's going on? The Rubik's Cube? I thought this died in the 80s.
Yeah.
No, dude, the Rubik's Cube is not only back 50 years later, it is better than ever.
Dude,
The
12
top
subscribers
players
away,
here,
guys.
Timon
Absolutely
and Maddie
huge.
putting on an absolute masterclass. I saw someone in the chat was like, are we just going to ignore that Maddie got a 5.3 average?
Yeah, Maddie getting a 5.3 average in this was also just insane. If you actually look back, Maddie getting a 5.3 average like wins like every single U.S. Nationals, including like this past year and North American Championships in 2024.
Like that's absurd.
Maddie would have won a 5.3 now. Maddie would want a 5.3 now in North American Championship Finals.
I mean, it's crazy when, like, a lot of people here...
And this somehow he did it in the Mall of America. Where, like, in theory, what the theory was to that point was it's unfair, it's going to be too loud, it's going to be too obnoxious for all these top solvers. And it's like, no. It's when the lights are bright, the most explosiveness happens. And that's what cubing's meant to be.
Just stop clapping for 5s at a certain point.
This
because
is
it's just
absurd.
like, we just saw a 3 from Timon, you know? So... it ended up just being that.
These earbuds let you hear exactly.
Anyway, so absolutely massive. Then we go to North American Championships 2024. So this is the next one to happen right after. And this one, like honestly, if anything, stuff isn't that great. Something that's actually in the lore here. Something that's in the lore.
The two competitors that are the favorites. I think they. If you ask
this is
anyone,
actually the
it's
start of the
these two,
Kevin Hayes
far and away,
era,
they're the most
by the
consistent.
way.
They are.
Let me find in the head-to-head finals. There is a little nugget. A little nugget. First of all, Silas Bro. Michigan keeper, by the way. And he's pious with it.
Looks like he's doing
pious with it, dude. What do you call it? He went to dude, what do you call it? He's at some kind of seminary now or something like that. Legendary.
That's basically Simon on a 3x3 Zach. That's next level.
So we're going to see Tommy Cherry here.
Okay.
Makes this a little bit unfortunate.
Brennan Lynn.
Cal Santucci is in starting inspection.
Dude, the dawn of the rising sun was here, and we actually hit the wrong graphic as he came out because there's 2 Chris Suns in the WCA database. So let's see this.
He's
like
gotten best times in.
Dude, look at this. Oh my gosh, dude, this is foul.
Basically every single event he has competed in.
People laugh
as well
in
as
the crowd,
the
dude.
huge accomplishment
We're
of sitting
8
right in
away,
the seat
dude.
right now.
Absolutely.
Dude,
Chris getting
let's
3rd
go.
place in the North American podium.
Projected rankings was good at the time. I completely forgot about that, dude. Let's actually go to Square 1 finals of North American Championships 2024. It's on the Rubik's page. Live. The day 1? Do we hit it here? Yeah, we did. This is the first instance of it.
Still in position.
First instance of head-to-head finals, dude.
You could be right, Zach.
Dude, I don't know how to put on a sub counter. Guys, how do I put on a sub counter? Do we know? Dude. Or how do I do a YouTube sub counter, dude? I was trying to do this earlier, getting it like going. Dude, Dan did clutch, dude. Oh my gosh, dude, what is this? Live counts.io. Speedcubing TV. Studio has a live sub counter? Dude, am I lost? Alright, one second. Now I'm gonna have to switch real quick between... I don't need you guys seeing all that jazz. The YouTube Studio. But yeah, guys, thank you so much, by the way, for getting 10,000. One of the things that's interesting, my sister, I remember when I first started doing YouTube content, was like, you're not a real YouTuber until you hit 10,000 subscribers, which is interesting. Dude, how do I see the live sub counter on YouTube, dude? Oh, well, let's go back to the lore. Let me hit We'll dude, this is all right. Dude, we'll put this on a different screen looking thing here. I don't know if this thing is gonna change too much, but dude, who knows? All right, I'm not gonna worry too much about this. I do respect the people wanting to see everything though. Anyway.
1C OBL.
Absolutely huge. First of all, Daniel Carnock actually clutches up and gets third here, which is legendary. I'm pretty sure. Wait. Yeah, dude, this is actually kind of janked. We had it like messed up. Dan had some bugs to fix. I remember we get back to the Airbnb that day, and Dan is like throwing a fit on the couch, and John Epley goes, "Dude, Code Monkey Code, absolutely legendary." So, all right, we get through this, so that was pretty good. Dawn of the Rising Sun happened. Trying to think then what the next competition was, and if I remember correctly, it was a nice Washtenaw Fall 2024, and
is on his way.
This is the first remote stream we did. We had actually Mills and Tripodi running this thing here, you guys.
I think we can live with that.
Mills with blue hair running this.
I'm okay with a 0.51. I beat Harsha by 2 whole milliseconds.
And so,
few pairs on this scramble. Not sure how he's going to deal with it. I'd be looking at green if I was him, but he's settled on yellow. And he's off. Not bad. Onto OLL, straight onto the PLL, and it's a good start, 5:16.
So legendary, this competition happens. Remember, this is good. This is when Brian actually enters the chat. He did replay for this, so deep ball knowledge Brian era starts here. And then we do swoop in and solve Oxford. And this is when the Dylan Miller and
he cancels into that
Manu Singh Hall.
B2. It was probably going to be sub 2, the one that Harsha ended up doing.
Kind of happens.
Like fumbling.
So we're going through here. Gracer ends up winning this.
Works for
I'm
me
just gonna
for the
publicly
purposes
say
I need
this, dude. Greg Moreno, dude, freaking ran this. I feel bad, for Luke Garrett here, and yeah, Luke Garrett, if you're watching this at all, or if you ever watched this, I remember this event. I was talking to Gracer, and I was like, hey, I'm like, this is just trying to get, we're trying to test streams, we're trying to get streams bigger, we're trying to do all these things, and I'm like, hey, I want to stream something that's competitive. And Luke Garrett and Luke Gracer are in my region. And I'm like, this is when Gracer was repping the speedcubing TV fit and everything. And what we had here, I was like, yo, Gracer, if you want to roll up to Super and Solve Oxford, I'll stream it. Because Harsha wants me to stream it. And I'll like pay for your gas or whatever. And Reg on site. So Luke Garrett out of nowhere, if you're thinking from his perspective, he's just kind of chilling, showing up to his local Ohio comp. And then all of a sudden, Luke Gracer and Matthew Merrick with a bunch of cameras show up to just like film, and then Gracer ends up winning. And I was like, dude, I texted Garrett after I like messaged him. I was like, hey, like, you know, what do you call it? Like, thank you so much for being, like, always on, like, you know, the stream and everything, and, like, always being a good participant. And honestly, I owe a lot just from the fact that in my region, Garrett, Greiser, and Morgan were always open for being on camera and being on stream and everything. Because if you notice throughout all these events, they were kind of the staple of, like, what made them entertaining. And quite frankly, like, if they literally were just like, I refuse to go on stream, which at the time was a genuine thing that people would do, it would have been game over. And, like, it would have been, like, we wouldn't have been able to get any of this off the ground. So definitely owe a lot to them for a lot of this stuff. And we go through here. Luke Greiser wins this. Kind of an aura. This is actually Dylan Miller on the mic.
He BPA'd 5.8. He's one.
Dude, what am I doing?
Trying to make sure he's ready.
He's with his fiance.
And, you know, this is what we were talking about before. It's way easier for him to pick his color. He's not going to get lost. And yellow looks pretty straightforward here. He actually has white on bottom. Looks like he's going to end up selecting that. Bit of a pause there on F202. But this was a great looking solve.
So nice.
5.26. He's got a great...
My boy Greg in the background. Anyway, we then move on to Indiana Championships. Cubing. And this is when we get a new debut, dude. And I'm actually curious to see the chat on this one, too. So actually, we play +3 before all this, which is an absolute clown show. Talking about Indiana Champs, dude.
And...
Dude, look at Roz, dude.
You know, not just in 3x3.
Dude, we got young Roz.
You should watch him in a lot of events because he has a good chance to steal away some of these podiums that you might think that some...
Weeks ago in Swoop In and Solve Oxford 2024, Luke Greiser outlasted Luke Garrett on his final solve to secure his third straight tournament title. Both Lukes are set to lock horns again in Evansville, Indiana, where Speedcubing TV presents Indiana Championships 2024.
Dude.
Hi again, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us with the 162-time gold medalist Dylan Miller. I'm Michael Rosencrantz. Dylan.
This is when Dylan realized he was in the presence of greatness, dude. This is when Dylan was like, shoot, I'm with a pro. Dude, this is insane.
How are you today?
I'm doing good, man. I'm really excited to see this matchup. I think there's a lot of history to it, and I'm really excited to see how it's gonna play out.
There is a lot of history to it, dude, and there's gonna be more history between Dylan and Greiser going forward.
Out today.
Dylan, you talk about the history of this Luke v. Luke rivalry. You see it time and time again. 3 weeks ago in Oxford, Ohio, it just came down to the final solve for Luke Greiser, to finish off Luke Garrett. And another big thing to mention in that rivalry, as teased yesterday, in the past 3 competitions that Speedcubing TV is live streamed, Luke Greiser is 3-0.
Dude.
Yeah, Greiser's looking like he's in really great form right now. I was looking at his results.
Good. All right, so we get through this. This is actually gonna be the snooze fest of a competition, low key. Like, end up being like Garrett won with like a low 6 average or something like that, and Greiser got like a 7
Indiana
or something like. Oh no, it's like a 5.9 and like a 6.5. Anyway, I just remember, I remember like the commentary was going on
average,
and I remember people being like, dude,
7,
dude. Goody gumdrops Michael Rosencrantz's peak. Dude, when Stuckey was saying that, dude, it was like this. We're about to see, like literally this is the professional.
I really liked how this solve looked for Zeke. I think this is what you want to see from him. We know
his 5th solve, his best.
Goated. And then after this competition,
possible average
is a legendary one. A legendary one, so to say. It enters another era of cubing. And it is... Actually, shoot, I'm going to have to go... One second. Let me transition back for a moment. Let me transition back. We're going to go through some more streams here. In the past, we're going to go to... Dude, Rosie does make everyone in the room better. It's so good, dude. We are going to go to... Dude. Okay. Boom. We got Premier Speedcubing League.
That Timon has
Berkeley,
done in
dude.
the past.
We
Again,
got freaking Boondocks, Manu,
SSL,
and Carrie's freaking, you know, studio closet.
Both
and
in
we
season
got
2.
Luke Greiser in his bedroom with the gamer headset. Wild way to start this up, but what a competition. I think everyone knows how goated this was, especially as we get to the final sets here.
Hailing from the big island of Hawaii, he's looking for vengeance from the previous match. Matty Hiroto Inaba! And in our #1 overall seed, hailing from Poland, he has the upper edge, Timon Kolasinski!
Dude, so... Dude, so welcome to the league, boys.
This is going to be
welcome to the league.
3 out of 5, first to 3 sets. You're each allocated 1 2-minute timeout with a 1-minute set break in between.
Dude, this is so good. Then we get to
out of it a little bit. He's trying to focus.
Dude, this is so good.
He uses, and that was shown in that solve because they had the exact same solution up until the last pair when Timon did ZBLS and Matty just did it straight away and got rewarded for it.
Dude, so good.
Right now!
First of all, great solve here by Timon.
No one can do it, it's him. Lots of
only a
experience
handful of
going up
people.
against the best.
Yeah, there's only a handful of people who could take 469 and say.
First of all, this is also the first stream that happened from the cupboard, just to say.
Well, one of them is Timon Kolasinski. Here he goes.
He does it right now!
Get in for Timon, 4.32. An incredible solve from Matty, just completely nullified now. Timon is up 2-1. This is tournament point. Fine. 2.
Dude, the lurk cam,
He
dude,
wins.
first debut.
Let's listen in.
Dude, he ends up messing this one up. So legendary, dude. Fumble.
And not quite enough. Solve 5. Solve 5. 4 is gonna go to solve 5, everyone. The drop.
Matty gets like another 5.95, I
They're
think.
long.
5.6.
Fortunately, against one of the best solve.
Can we get the chat replay in here too?
On the podium at the WCA World Championships 23, one of the greatest 3x3 solvers to ever do it. The wizard here, Timon, to close
8
this
seconds.
out potentially.
Timon throwing for
Match
clips,
point
dude.
number 2.
He does it!
And he's
unbelievable!
3-4-1!
Dude, Mills in chat, dude.
Timon is able to clutch it out and win
Four pads
PSL
debut, I guess, too.
over Matty Hiroto
Dude.
Inaba.
Stu
PLL
Cube in
skip
chat.
to do it.
Dude.
Absolutely
Patrick in
incredible. What a script. He's your PSL champion.
I said as soon as Matty got that sexy sledge that Timon, it was not
7
possible
subs away,
for him
dude.
to get that.
Dude, absolutely
And Timon
legendary.
closes it off with sexy sledge PLS skip and the fastest solve that we've seen.
Kolasinski!
Boom.
JR Cuber, absolute cinema. I didn't even know JR was in chat.
Your debut champion!
But this didn't just end here, dude. This is also crazy thing. So onsite producer, my boy T Rose, at this event gets COVID, like this night, and gets sick. He drives down from Berkeley to Simi Valley to stay the week with me, and then he's gonna go from there to San Diego to do PSL San Diego. My boy is sick. He's cooked. He's like, I'm giving up or whatever. I call the bat signal to Cuber's Live. I'm like, guys, you need to bail me out. Manu and Preetham absolutely clutch. I remember I was listening the whole day to one song and one song only, and it was what do you call it? It is one second. This is legendary. We're gonna get copyrighted here. But I was listening to this on a repeat the whole time. And I told Chai to add it to the playlist. It's still on the PSL playlist to this day. Every single where I went, I was driving around, trying to make things work, trying to make it so, you know, Manu had the equipment. Aubin, first of all, Aubin was the cameraman for this. The show goes on. All right, guys, the show goes on, and it goes on to Premier Speedcubing League San Diego, dude. And let me pull this one up. show moves on, and it goes on to PSL San Diego. The only way to do it, dude. So wait, the show goes on all the way to PSL San Diego. All right, in the lore here. We're gonna find some stuff actually. All right, anyway. So the show goes on, right? And we're in this. First of all, Varun upset, dude.
Solve has been worse
and
than 8.1. Actually, sorry.
Here we go, dude. This is a moment. I'm
Easier
gonna
ones,
find
if
something.
I recall correctly. But still something Luke should be confident in recognizing and executing. But that high pressure scenario just makes it that one step harder to recognize.
Dog, why is this not loading?
Those cases.
Let me find.
Obviously, just a bit too hard for Luke in this situation. And look at him there, absolutely devastated. But it is not over yet. Varun still has to solve. And here we go.
Oh my goodness. Varun
Dude, I
here,
can't find it.
solve 5.
But it's gonna be
What
okay.
really ups the ante is he doesn't also need... In this situation, he had match point to win it. This is his 3rd match point. Can Varun convert here in this match that's gone the distance? 8-1-3 is the time to beat.
So there's some deep lore with this.
And Varun does it!
So Varun wins this, dude, and somehow upsets this. Then we go into the classic, the Dylan Miller, Timon infamous run. We're gonna hit the 3-4-9 here. Dang, I can't. All right, well we'll just continue with just normal story time. So.
Full step?
No
Full
step?
step?
That was a full...
I can't believe I hit it on the nose, dude. Legendary moment for
right now.
For who do you call it?
Start this set.
What do you call it? For Timon Koloshinsky.
Enough?
Or sorry, not for Timon, dude. I'm an idiot. For freaking Dylan, dude.
Leaving the door
So
open.
for Aubin's on this camera too, which is in
Dylan
the lore, dude.
to start the set with a win.
You know, I'm out here talking about like Dylan might be fatigued or whatever, but on the other hand,
He's
he's got the hot hand right now, and sometimes when you're solving well, you just want to keep going. Maybe that's what Dylan's trying to channel. And
First of all right, so this is the lore of this. Context of the situation. So this is during my now current wife's bridal shower. So there's a bridal shower going on right now down the road, basically. Back at where I'm staying at the compound house. I've got my dad, because my mom and my sister came into town. My dad is here too. He's running instant replay for me, so that's kind of legendary. So Dan Marinich, look on this replay.
Incredible!
He will hit the double angle, the nuance. Watch this. He hits the fade off of this too.
This solve was incredible. Look at that. He's finished F2L so quickly. This solve was full step.
Full step?
Full step?
No
Full
skip.
step?
That was a full step.
The fade into the bang, dude. Oh my gosh, dude. Dan cooked again. So.
Oh my goodness, and an incredible pop off.
Then we'll have the moment. So.
Dylan's. Oh, you'd be on for a fire average of 5, but that doesn't. Matter.
Let's see.
We're just known to see.
Keep on moving forward, dude.
6.78 to beat. He's had some pretty good turning.
Dude, he's so good. Dude, Dylan was so in form here.
Surging Dylan, he's got his tail up. Timon Koloshinsky trying to fight back against it. U2 went 6 sets to lose, using this as and collect himself.
So Dylan, dude, this is
to be out of the
dog. Like, he
tournament.
should have gotten this. Like, come on. Needs to beat a 6-7-2. Doesn't get it. But this is the moment.
Oh,
dude.
once again, but
So
then
Dylan's
the
over
nerves
here.
of knowing that he could be up 2 sets.
Call timeout. All right. Aubin on the other camera comes in on Dylan's face. And I'm like, ready camera 2.
0 against Timon Koloshinsky.
And I see Dylan's reaction on the other camera. And I take it just as Timon walks past. And I take camera 2. And
Shinsky.
I like basically in that moment, I'm like, this is the greatest shot I have ever done in my whole history of broadcasting. Right
And
here.
this is info.
This cut between this.
Wow. And this is
Oh my goodness. First of all, the thing that's so amazing about this is that Cubing has never been able to see any kind of emotion whatsoever, dude. And like one of the best things about this is that usually for the most part you're dealing with static cameras, you got top-down cameras, you got all this stuff. You don't have motion. You don't have things where you can zoom in, you can actually capture things as they move around. And this is what Cubing should have always been, being able to capture this kind of stuff. And absolutely amazing we see this. I actually muted it.
You have to wonder if
go
Timon
timeout.
is feeling the...
I remember I saw Manu and Chris in the preview of the thing, and I'm like, I'm just gonna quickly jump and hit them. And I hit the fade on them, and dude, it was so funny to see their reaction. Like watch this initial clip as we fade. Oh wait, that was not the right one. It was the Varun one. My bad. These guys are still in shock though too.
Against the best, one of the.
We run the replay again. Timon ends up winning this thing. Or whatever. Okay, so a little bit of this. So, okay, Timon goes through. We'll have this brain rot kind of going in the background to keep you guys entertained. But one of the things that ends up happening. So this competition ends. My dad ends up leaving. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna upload some files and everything. 10 minutes passes. I'm walking out of my office, and I get a call from my younger sister, and I get the phone call, and I just hear her go, hey, Allie cut herself. She's unconscious, which is my now wife. And I'm like, dog, what? And she's like, yeah, they're going to the hospital. And that's the only context I get from my younger sister. And I'm like, dude, what is going on? So after this whole stream, after this whole crazy week of the show goes on and everything, I now got my future wife, who I guess is passed out unconscious. And so I'm going to the hospital. My father-in-law, my future father-in-law calls me. He's like, hey, it's not that serious. She's conscious now. She ended up passing out because she cut herself with a blender. So my wife had cut herself with a blender, basically, that she got at the bridal shower and passed out. And the lore of all of this too is my wife gets stitched up and gets put on this cast or whatever, and then both of us, we go from there immediately down to Schwan Park's house, dude, to meet with Schwan Park to do house party in the lore. You'll hear it here. It's gonna come out in this next couple weeks on this channel, Speedcubing TV. And basically, if Max and Felix meeting there at Schwan's house. So I'm driving down to Schwan's house. Chai calls me for the debrief, and Chai's like, dog, I think I called him while I was driving to the hospital first. I'm like, hey, I want to debrief, but right now, my fiance's in the hospital and all that stuff. So I mean, crazy, all that in the lore. So, yeah, that's entertaining. After this, we go to, in it of itself, the WCA World Championships. All right, guys. So we've now made it to the big leagues. Well, that was the big league. Now we're into the other big league. WCA World Championships. Absolutely amazing. This is an insane thing. With this, we have what do you call it? We have the quad box, the legendary quad box, if we can find it. Do we not use quad box at all here, dude? Yeah, right here. Quad box. So the quad box shows up. Absolutely huge. Dude, Samir clutched this. And dude, what a feat doing this. This is by far the largest thing we ever did. 10 camera setup. So much audio. This is you could say the Cole Smith era, so to speak. Yeah, and dude, what an amazing time to be alive, doing the World Championships, completing all the Infinity Stones in a way. And dude, what legendary moment here.
Is not
doing all
enough
this.
yet. Dominic Cater also with a 6:35 single to start things off. Still waiting to.
Dude, doing all these
Cubicle
mobile
for helping me get here, getting me queued and everything like that. Thank you to some of my friends like Stayed Up.
And we end up going to one of the most legendary 3x3 finals of all time.
Of 1 minute 29.05.
Wait. My boy Johnny, dude.
And your top seed, he has set 10 3x3 world records. He has a ridiculous 73 of the top 100 3x3 averages ever.
Dude, look at this. This is so funny, dude. Trying to get these cubers like a certain direction.
And your top seed, he is.
All right, so Vincent here from Cubing USA is like, all right, move on, go Ying, you can go on forward.
3x3
right,
world records. He has.
And then Ying is like,
73.
Wait, this one right here? He asked Ovid, the mobile game. He's like, yo, you gotta go here. And then he's about to go, and then Vincent's like, no, go for it. And then he gets going.
He is
Legendary,
the current Asian
dude.
champion and placed second at the 2023 World Championships.
Dude, the walkout here.
Yihang Wang.
Dude, and then he goes through the far right here. Instead of Aubin has to go through the far right instead of going through the middle of the pole. Hilarious. Dude, so good.
Runners, bring the cubes.
Dude, Dan with the head-to-head comparisons.
And then there were two.
Manu Singhal, and then they were two.
Xuan Yigang, Yihang Wang, separated by 1/100th of a second on single. Of course, Yihang holding the world record average, the only person in the world to have sub-4 Olympic average of 5. These two have tussled many times, but never at the world stage. It's a return for Yihang for Xuan Yi, his first world championship. A very talented solver and very masterful with ZBLL, as he demonstrates here.
Okay.
Opening his account.
Legendary. I'm gonna go through this a little bit. So wait. To Yihang, we all know the story of this a little bit. The 380 goated, dude.
Oh my goodness!
I remember
that is the solve of all solves. It might not be the world record, but he knows.
Okay, so the 424 legendary. It's when we get to the final two. All right, so we're at this point. It's winner takes all, basically, dude. We're getting the winner takes all.
Populate here, 402, 457. It's not over yet, folks. One of these two is over yet. PA populate here, 402, 457. It's not over yet, folks. 4, 5.
Okay, so listen to this in the background. I don't know if you guys can hear this. I'll be quiet. So we're on to the final two solvers, and my mom is here, right? And she's like backstage, and she's trying to walk behind all of our booth and stuff, where all of our power cables and stuff are at. My mom takes like one small foot. The whole stream goes on in the most critical moment of everything. And freaking Linda is over there with the phone. I was trying to take a picture of all of us for like the scrapbook or something. And I'm like, literally my mom's walking behind, and you can hear me audibly yell, "Mom, no." Let's hear this here.
5-7, it's not over yet, folks. One of these two is over yet, folks.
You can hear from the commentators.
4-5-7, it's not over yet, folks.
So legendary.
One of these two is going to win the world championship.
I almost like.
And it's gonna come down to the
started fighting my mom there, but yeah.
Look at the
comes down to the final solve.
He's getting burps. He's getting.
So legendary, almost disaster from Linda Marinette. Now we continue through here. Johnny sells, dude.
Here. Another soon ZBLL 5.10. The worst possible average, 4.49. It is possible for Yihang to do worse. He would need to count a 5.4
as he faced himself in 2 years.
The last solver ever.
Oh, dude, the coldest thing ever, dude.
The last one.
He was the last solver at
So
World
cold.
2023. He's going to be the one to
No flash.
close out this
Dude, no
World
flash, dude.
Championships. You can hear him calling out the flash. Once again, of course, they'll be dealt with.
They'll be dealt with, dude.
It's
Be
an
taken out
incredible
back.
redemption for Yihang after such a narrow miss in 2023.
Keaton Ellis, Felix Zemdegs, could you write a better story than this?
Absolutely not.
5.23 to win
we're
the
gonna
World Championship, put a cap
for these final moments here.
on
We
an
can
amazing career.
we can do people. I got some people requesting to be kind of a part of this whole shebang. So, we can we'll join there in the Discord. If you have access to that Discord, you can join. Dude, legendary moment of all these things. Dude, so Dylan's gonna be joining in a moment.
Here at just 11 years old.
Dude, we get to Yihang final
could
solve.
also win it here. It all
Throw us up, dude.
depends.
We talked about this pre-production, dude. Kevin Hayes and us, we were talking about pre-production. When this moment happens, where we have it down to the final solve, we're gonna have to have whoever is in the position to win this is gonna be in the bottom right. So we got Juani Cam down below. We're gonna throw in the needs to beat up top.
And I'm not even gonna commentate it. Young, take it away.
Actually, I think we already did it.
And he's done it! Yihang Wang
Kill
is your world
Juani off
champion.
the screen, dude.
The absolute pop-off 4.43. He's done it with an incredible average.
Dude, I thought
4.23. The podium.
the one thing I remember
He's
here,
done it with an
I remember this instant replay transition with Brian was so smooth with it a little bit. There we go.
The podium is all sub 5. World
Also, just like Brian was like playing a baseball game in all of this. Dude, probably like sucking on a lollipop and eating a burrito.
2025 comes to an epic conclusion. Yihang Wang gets redemption
And tastes
and
gold.
tastes gold at the World Championship.
And then it transitions here as Keaton talks, dude.
2
Absolutely.
years ago, did not make it on the last solve and loses to Max Park by 0.01. This time, Yuhung takes it in fashion, winning by more than a quarter of a second.
Just amazing stuff from Yihang Wang. Trading threes with Chun Yigang. Here's Alyssa.
Here. This is your world champion, Yihang Wang.
Dude, so good. Legendary, dude. I also remember this is the first time. Yo, is that Dylan?
Yo.
Dude, let's go. Everyone can hear Dylan, dude, on the chat. There was 1 second. Is when the thank yous were happening with all of this. And it was the first time someone from the World Cube Association ever recognized Happy Feet. And I was so happy. Carrie Jarman, go
Over 4,000 spectators
Shut up.
Dude, shout out Carrie, dude.
in the building. The live stream, I was just being told,
Let's go, dude.
we peaked at over 11,400
Dude,
viewers.
11.5K concurrent World Championships. Almost double, more than double
that's
the
like
viewership than
5
last World.
times the previous record for the WCA. So just
That's the
a
Happy Feet
huge shout out
difference,
to the stream team. All right, first and foremost, massive thank you to the dedicated.
Dude, absolutely goated.
They
All the
stayed up-
volunteers who put this on and everything. Absolutely legendary. But yeah, Dylan. Dude, we just posted the most recent millisecond, dude, which is both of us. Absolute clown show.
Dude, I think people liked it.
Dude, it's now a 4 out of 10. It used to be a 1 out of 10, now it's a 4 out of 10. Dude.
Oh, it was 1 out of 10. There's no shot, dude.
It was 1 out of 10 at one point, and now it's 4.
It's okay. It's okay.
Dude, it's pretty good. Where's the millisecond, dude? Dude, should we attempt the world record, dude? Should we go for George's record?
Oh, dude, for sure. There's no way we
like,
don't, dude.
In a lot of ways,
There's
it's
no
like
way we don't.
it is fun.
I
being
feel
here.
like I feel like it would be such a waste of my time in California if we don't go for the WR, bro.
Dude. Oh my goodness, dude. I was kind of flowing here, dude, for like a good hour and a half. The show goes on. So,
Dude, I was gonna say I just woke up. I took a nap. Unfortunately,
yeah, you took a long nap, dude.
I took
There
a
was some
long
people
nap.
on your Discord kind of pissed about that.
There was someone in my Discord. I woke up to the message. I saw the time when I woke up, and I was like, "Oh, that's not good."
Dude,
I was like, "Uh-oh, uh-oh." Dude, yeah, but I woke up,
I see you're solo live streaming. I check in. You're watching the freaking 349 clip. I'm like, okay, okay. I like where we're at. I like where we're. This is a fun one. This is cool.
Yeah. Dude, I started all the way back to my first ever live stream and went through every single live stream going up and just
For
like
real?
every single incremental improvement, every single story that I thought was funny. Dude, it was legendary. I talked about the first time you ever became relevant in my head, which was at NAC 24 and stuff,
Really?
showing the NAC, you looking up in the crowd and all that. So
Dang, that was the first time.
that was, I mean, obviously, actually, you know what's even bigger in the lore is the fact that me and Dylan, back, dude, Happy Feet, Gremlin, Twitch, dude. This is so in the lore. I used to stream
Oh
to
wait,
this account.
this is true. This is
This is
very
my high school
real.
graduation photo, dude. Right here. Dude, I'd be streaming like this. There's like clips of this, dude. Dude, what am I watching, dude? Stupid ads on Twitch. We were watching. I would do cube races, and Dylan would come in and just absolutely obliterate us. Back in the day.
Dude, that's what I was doing during COVID, bro. I would just DJ and check Twitch Rubik's Cube category, and I would just join and the meta in the day was like everyone was doing Let's Cubes with viewers, and I would just dude, I would just hop in, and then I'd get like fives, and they're like, this guy's fake, this guy's cheating, and I was like, no, I promise, like this is my ID, like I'm good, like
yeah,
I don't know. I did it because I wanted. I just wanted the attention, bro. It was funny every time I popped in, and they were like, "What is this guy about?"
Yeah, dude. I used to be I was kind of nice to the streaming back in the day. I used to stream Rocket League too, at night sometimes. 6 years ago, dude. It was 6 years. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this is actually insane. Because look, I knew you. Like, okay, I learned of you from the Twitch channel, right? And then I started seeing the YouTube videos. Because the first video you posted that I was like, wait, this is actually insane. Was the Euros Nations Cup like Swedish third place video? I was like, this is insane content. This is great. And then, ever since then, man, we just kept it pushing.
5 Swedish cubers changed cubing, dude. I wonder if this video is good. This was my breakout performance, dude. I remember this video popping off as I was thrown up in a doctor's office. Big
Classic.
Interesting deep lore there. Dude. First of all, Stu, you're in chat right now. I want you to take notes real quick.
Dude.
Back before you were a thing, I was a thing. But
I will say this is true, yeah.
Dude, I remember cutting my grass outside, thinking about making this video, and I was like, because I was making a bunch of stupid other challenge videos at the time, because I was watching Colin Smear and everything. The meta on YouTube was challenge videos, and I was like, no, I need to make this summoning salt video. Like, I yearn for this right now. Like, I need, like, I cannot do anything but think about this topic right now. And I remember I made this, and it was, if you look at this, it is 30 seconds straight without anybody talking. If we watch this here.
And as I say, the youngsters from Sweden have really turned up. I'm really eating my words after that. Oh, the young kids might not do so well.
Dude, we're 15 seconds, no words spoken yet.
The young kids are
just all like the whole retention farm. It was just pure for the art.
Yeah, on a 3-minute video, by the way.
Yes. Dude, we're at 30 seconds, dude. The seventh seeded Swedish national team first lines. And I remember waking up the next day from a Chris Mills comment, actually, which is kind of funny lore. And then it's just cool vid. It just says cool vid, dude. And then Timon ended up commenting on it a little later. And Timon said, great video. Really excited to see more stuff like this as the cubing community grows. Anthony Patarakis goes, I'm not even joking. This is my favorite video ever made. I love this. Hopefully he never goes on later to hate me a little bit, but, we're chilling. So, dude, we're absolutely cooking, dude. And, yeah, dude, everyone's like calling me summoning salt. And then I ended up posting another video actually after this. This is kind of deep in the lore of, dude, you were kind of the genesis of my content. That's fair, King. Yeah. No, I appreciate Stu does it way better than me. Once I saw Stu making videos, I was like, it's time to retire. Put up the boots, dude. Freaking, you know, I'm like, you know, it was like the Jordan Kobe handoff, you know, a little bit. The greatest moments of any QB, Eric 408. I'll stand by that, dude. This is actually deep ball knowledge. Eric Ackerstrike 708. Stu said that this changed his life a little bit when it comes to editing, which is insane to think about because
drop a 3x3.
This ending of this video, time.
Dude, we're getting deep in the weeds here.
Dude,
We're
right
getting
here,
deep in the weeds.
dude.
Drop would cause the record to stand for an unprecedented time, and no one seemed to be able to beat it.
And no one seemed to be able to beat it. And then I throw up this little text here. Hey, personally, I don't see this ever being broken unless someone else gets a really nice solve and a PLL skip, or if someone gets an LL skip. Dude, so good. Who's this comment from, guys? Who's this comment from? Who do we think it's from?
Well, maybe not no one.
Well, maybe not no one, dude. Foz. From former clock NR holder, 2009 Zemdegs 01.
Dude, he got the like by Drew Brads back in the day too. That's crazy. X-Town Cuber. Oh my goodness.
It is kind of funny. I don't even know who these other people are. Dude, Yakub Zianov, first of all. Dude, you want to know who my inspirational everything is? Yakub Zian, dude. Freaking OMG, I thought I was watching some unknown QB documentary. Insanely good video, Matthew. This guy, I was literally the biggest fan of this. I, like, you know, if Dylan and Raimu are, like, two people, like, I'm this guy's Raimu in a lot of ways. I actually watched some of his recent stuff, too. They're, like, in Latvian half the time, too.
And I'm about to go to Orlando Airport.
But he's a orienteer. Dude, this is really deep weeds. There's actually a video that I really like that's cubing darts. Dude, so good. A lot of this stuff. Former Latvian NR holder. This challenge is actually kind of awesome. We should try to do this one of these days. You do dartboard. You shoot the you shoot the dart on the dartboard, and that's how many moves you get to do. And then whoever solves their cube first is like, you know, straight decent, dude. Or they're the one who wins. So, absolutely legendary. Yeah. So this is kind of my inspiration for a lot of YouTube back in the day. There's actually, he did like a vlog series in like 2018 that was like during spring break, Estonian Open. Maybe it was it this? Dude, there's like Wigwam Bam that, dude, this, so good, dude. But I mean, this is what I used to watch as a kid, dude. This was the cubing content back in my day. And I remember I lived in my parents' basement. I was a Roz type. I lived in a finished basement back at home. And I'm right underneath my parents' bedroom. And my mom one night came down at like 11 p.m. and was like, turn down your freaking, like, you know, thing. Because I was watching these like Yakub Zian vlogs too loud. Show my hammock videos, dude. All right, one second. Let me show the hammock videos back in the day too. Actually, I can just go to, it's under Dan Marinick's channel. Yeah, Daniel Marinick.
Dude, I've actually never seen this guy's videos. That's kind of crazy.
Yakub Zian, dude, he's good.
Yeah.
I literally such a good and the vibes are straight immaculate too, because it's just like a bunch of homeboys from Latvia like messing around in like, you know, whatever local comp 30 person they are. They're all just collecting all the medals like absolute chads. I thought it was so cool. I thought it was so cool that someone who was like a 4-second 2x2 solver could like win a 2x2 event, because I wanted to be that guy. Because I want to be that whole
2x2 kid, bro.
Yeah. So, and Yakub didn't even care about 2x2. He was like, you know, whatever. Dude, this is me back in my backyard. Do the hammock setup. This is before my voice changed too, so get ready for
Set up
it.
a hammock. You want to find 2 trees that are spaced 10 to 12 feet apart. The first thing you want to do in setting up a hammock is setting up the straps. First, take out your straps from the stuff set.
Dude, this is low key. This project was like, this is one of those night before type projects where, like, you know, Dan Marinick clutches up a little bit, dude.
You only need 1 per tree. You're going to wrap.
Dude, I actually, you know what's funny? Looking back at this is like, you know how like when you have a growth spurt, you kind of get chub a little bit before you like kind of grow. I remember thinking this is like my chud era a little bit, like right before. I always thought I
You're
looked
going
so chud. Dude.
Wrap the straps around the tree and feed the loop with multiple loops.
Dude, we're 7 subscribers away, guys.
One loop.
Dude,
I pinged the Discord, bro. They never showed up.
From done, there.
Hammock setup, bro. This is insane. This is insane.
It's good, dude. Hammock stuff sack, dude. The Caribbean.
Wait, little Marinick is so cute. What the hell?
Dude, this is gonna be my kid one. This guys. When my kid's this age, he's gonna be the U.S. chosen one. So.
First, we'll open up the hammock all the way.
Yeah, he doesn't need to learn how to set up a hammock. He doesn't need to learn English.
From there,
Straight Cuban,
release your
bro.
feet
Straight
and swing
Cuban.
over your feet.
This is like, dude, the way I peek out my head too here in this part of the video. Is so.
That's how you get into a hammock.
The hammock origination. I go into the history of the hammock a little bit, dude.
The hammocks were first invented by the Mayans.
Dude, by the Mayans, dude.
They first.
So good, dude. That's so good.
Dude, the bug net, dude. This is some deep ball knowledge. I was into hammocks a ton, dude. I love hammocks. I was a hammock camper. Trying to see if there's anything else from my dad's side of thing, dude. And this is actually okay. This is crazy ball knowledge too. So me and Stu were like talking about our lives a little bit with each other, and he was like, "Yeah, I did Lego stop motion." And I did
The
Lego
battles
stop
of
motion
Lexington
too.
and
I'm like,
Concord.
is there just like one of those things where it's like, all right, second oldest son or second oldest child who is in a cuber, you know, Midwest, does Lego stop motion, ends up becoming voiceover cubing YouTuber.
The
Is
battles
that
of
just, like, a
Lexington and
pathway?
Concord. The British
There's that
are going
pipeline,
to get
dude.
supplies at Concord. They're marching into Lexington first.
I think there's just a lot of overlap between autistic interests between cubing and Lego stop motion, bro. I think your destiny was chosen for you. It was inevitable. Like,
Someone randomly fires and the war starts.
Dude, it's just so good. And
There's
like,
no
you Stu has some secret channels out there if you want to go and try
The
to find
British
it of
rotate in
him
and
doing
the
Lego stop
colonists are
motion.
forced to retreat.
But dude, Battle of Lexington Concord, I love not Samuel. I love Revolutionary War type stuff. Loved it a lot growing up. Loves big history. Went to Boston when I was a kid. Saw like all the statues of all the people from the Revolutionary War. Went to Bunker Hill Memorial. Climbed up Bunker Hill. My sisters were complaining the whole time about how annoying it was and everything. So anyway, that's some deep ball knowledge. There's actually some like even deeper ball knowledge too, even on my channel. There was some amazing edit I made that I'm still pretty proud of to this day of when I was in my high school. Let me go. I can go check the lore on this. Content, dude. It's feeling you filtering by the oldest. Dude, all the way to the last page. Dude, I've posted 547 times. This is insane.
dude, I think I'm close to that actually. And a lot of my videos are not like yours are like quick little few 2-3 minute voiceovers, and you do sometimes just make the same video twice.
Dude, that
or you did, but like mine are just literally solve videos. Like I just record and then post. I think I'm also at like 500 something.
Dude, I will say, like, even for a lot of them, like, I would repeat the same thing, but I viewed myself a little bit as a propaganda machine. Because, like, you know, it was just pushing the narrative of, like, top solve, or, like just the plot. And, like, top-down cameras are good, instant replay is good, all these things are good. Like, clock is bad, like, you know, that is the plot at the end of the day. And it's, like, you know, you gotta, what do you call it? I subbed due to know. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Almost here, 10,000. Yeah. Okay. So a couple of deep ball knowledge videos. Let me queue up some of these here. This was back during COVID time. I'm a very big Phineas and Ferb fan. Still am to this day. Me and my wife are actually watching the new Phineas and Ferb episodes right now that just came out. I have a lot of tweets about Phineas and Ferb too that are kind of in the lore.
Tweets? Yo, the Matthew Marinick Twitter, dude?
Let me find the Matthew Matthew Mayernick Twitter. Dude, why am I not coming up? Well, whatever. We're analyzing the math in Phineas and Ferb.
I just noticed a lot of little eggs.
This is legendary back in the day. Pull up the live. How do I pull up this YouTube Studio live subscriber count? Am I lost right now? How do I do this? Dylan, I need help.
How to pull up your live subscriber? Don't ask me, dude.
Stu, freaking! I'm gonna give you perms real quick. Where's? Stu, feel free to join the call right now if you need.
Wait, he doesn't have access to the channel.
I just gave him access.
Okay. Dude, we're about to get Stu in here, dude. Oh dear goodness.
Is this gonna be Stu live roasting Dylan for the 80th time?
Yeah, Lord, I'm scared.
Dude, okay. How do I? Okay, let me see if I can create a little scene situation here.
Have you been tapped into Monkey League at all? I think it just ended.
I'm not tapped into Monkey League, to be honest. I need to add a window capture device. Like, I'm actually cooking. Is it just this? Is it under the channel analytics? Where I can just kind of like... Wait. If I hit one of these, is that what it is right there? Is that the live one that I'm supposed to be doing? Just don't mod. I'm not gonna mod Stu, dude. He might actually already be mod. Is he not already?
No, he's not.
Okay, well, whatever. We'll run with that. Analyzing the Ferb math phase of Ferb. I'm actually a math major. For all you guys don't know, I'm in broadcast and video production, but I'm a math major. Love math a lot, and I went through all the instances of Phineas and Ferb, of when they were talking about mathematics, and so I like go through it. I like break it down in this video
where cosine is, and this is all live. So if we said y,
Dude, this is a crazy call.
Is this Stu?
Why would we have all these guns in that call, bro? This is broken. Dude, do you have the sub count built up?
I think so. I put it in the. I mean, do you see what's on stream right now? Is that what I'm supposed to be doing, or is it supposed to be something else?
It's a little delayed. Just give it a sec.
No, there's an easier one that actually has live update. It's in. Let me see.
Analytics?
It's in the analytics tab on Studio.
Yeah, I'm gonna like accidentally out my revenue or something, dude. Analytics.
Analytics tab, go to the far right. It says see live count.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, here we go.
Dude, I think I leaked my YouTube revenue one time. I was like, oh no.
You definitely have, yeah.
Wait, dude, there's 1,000 people watching Ultimate Frisbee right now?
No, yes, exactly. I want to watch that really badly, to be honest. Maybe I should just pull that up. I want to see what they be doing. Because they have free Friday night games that you can watch. So.
Is it normally like pay-per-view?
Yeah, well, no, it's usually they have to pay $11 a month for Watch UFA.
That's not bad.
It's not. I'm probably gonna get it too. My friend is actually on the Chicago Union Pro team. So
wait, chat. If you had to pay $11 a month to watch every competition from Speedcubing TV, would you do it?
This is not the way to test the waters, bro. You can't.
No, I'm genuinely curious. I feel like there's a few people that would say yes, but I feel like for the most part, everyone's just like, heck no.
Yeah. Okay, I think I've got this. All right, are we chilling? We're at, dude. There we go. I think we're chilling. Let's watch some of this game a little bit though. I kind of want.
Let's face it.
Dog.
Most of us aren't gonna set
the
foot
ads.
on Mars.
I'm on Mars. Is it easier, guys, if I share my screen to you? Let me do this. What happens if I hit a little?
Dude, I might have to watch this Lakers game, bro.
Oh, dude, dude, I saw Jokic get absolutely exposed yesterday. That was so tough.
He did, dude, by Jaden McDaniels, bro.
Dude,
After
Jaden
saying all
McDaniels,
that.
Gobert hit a no-look pass on him, bro. I saw the no-look pass. I was like, it's over. That was in the first
Gobert
quarter.
was
I was
playing
like,
with
there's no
extreme
coming back
confidence.
from this.
Yeah.
Dude, what are we talking about right now? Freaking basketball?
Yeah.
Dude, Braun just hit a game-tying 3 to send it to OT, bro.
Hold up, let me pull up the Prime video, bro. On the mobile.
Wait, they
Prime
got the
video.
UFA blimp looking thing here? This is
That's actually sick. Imagine we had that, but it was a
Fairfax
cube.
Dude, for PSL, it's a
A
frisbee.
possession
I
that
didn't even
lasted
think
90 seconds. One of the longer points we've seen so far
Dude,
tonight.
they sound like they're out of a tin can right now, dude. Rosie's audio is better. At least
The
that's
way
not
Allen is
counting.
Rose's audio is better than a lot of people's, bro. Let's be real.
We'd forgive you if you forgot that just a few years
Dude, this
ago.
is so
he had
good.
a
All these replays
catastrophic
and this
knee
stuff.
injury.
Like, how do they do
and
it? Looks so good.
Definitely impacted his ability to compete. Had to go through the whole rehab cycle and.
Chat, what y'all don't know
kind
is
of
like
incredible in his
I'm close enough to Matt where like we hang out
mid-30s,
at his place sometimes, and
understanding just
he will
how
literally
much
pull up the
work
most
goes into
obscure
being
sport
able
you've
to be
ever seen.
available and
Or I'll see a random sport and I send it to him. He's like, "Yeah, bro, like this, I love this one." And like he's just always doing market research, bro. Oh, look at the Huck, dude. Oh yeah.
Dude, and
that's a
also,
good
like, the
one.
graphic here on the side is so decent. The upcoming matches. Like, we need to do this for all the PSLs, you know?
Yeah, that would be good.
Dude, we're just like watching like a 2-hour VOD of like a pickleball tournament. Or not a pickleball, what is it? A cornhole tournament.
Yo, Matt,
You like knew the
someone was
players.
in my stream the other day and he was like, "Yo, I saw you at the pickle." He said, "I saw you at pickleball."
Dude, we
And I
lost
was
the
like,
subscriber. Dog. Dude, what are we
Nobody said that.
Guys,
yeah.
we can't be for real.
It was
right
kind of
now.
like a strange thing to say.
I was like, "Yo, be so for real." I was like, "Where'd you see me?" He was like, Newport Beach. I was like, "Oh, hell no." I was like, "Wait, he actually did see me. That's crazy." Dude, imagine I go to the pickleball tournament and I get recognized. Bro pulls up and he's like, "Yo, Dylan, love the channel." Like, I would have lost it, bro. I would have lost it.
Dude, what is... See, okay, here's the thing with Ultimate Frisbee, guys. Here's the thing. So, they have referees here. This is not typical. In their version of the WCA, they don't have referees. And it's all on your own honor call. And the UFA, the PSL of Ultimate Frisbee came in and were like, "Hey, we're going to have referees." Evil reincarnate ensued, dude. How could you ever do that? It's the integrity of the sport. It's sportsman-like thing. It's like, no, because no one actually wants to watch a sport without referees. This is ridiculous. And it's just one of those things where niche communities come up with the most random rules of all time to just farm themselves. And now all of a sudden, after doing the UFA for 10 years, the referees are all of a sudden okay. There's still trads though, deep down, who don't like the referees.
I gotta go watch Prime Braun on Amazon Prime in the living room.
All right.
I'll be back.
Dude, I've got Braun on the phone right now.
Also, what are you?
Dude, what a
Dude, this is a clean replay. The multi-angle, dude.
Dude, yeah, and it's like so high frame rate too.
I don't hate it.
Dude, and they got the Jerry West type logo, dude. The PSL type logo, the silhouette.
Yeah, no, it's
Now
good.
you have an opinion? Yeah, I love the track. I love the remix.
Dude, but also like the logistics of this is so hard. Like you got like, what do you mean, like 7 of these?
Khalif El Salam,
Dude, what?
Seattle native,
These street ball rules? Yeah, yeah.
32 years old now.
This is Evan Lepler though, the voice of Ultimate Frisbee, commentating.
He has had a fine Frisbee career wherever he's been.
Dude, so good.
Of course, helped take the Seattle Cascades to the championship weekend semis 2 years ago, where his season ended against these Flyers.
Dude, this and a non-alcoholic free beer, dude.
I mean, for all he's accomplished.
Or a alcohol free beer, not alcoholic beer. You can't buy
Is it not alcoholic?
That's the stuff. Stuff I like
medal.
drinking. Dude.
Club championships.
Dude, it's crazy. Ultimate Frisbee. One of the things that's crazy is that the success between Ultimate Frisbee teams, the ones that are profitable and ones that aren't, are just purely can they pack the stands with fans. And here's like actually not bad. If you look at the stands, there's probably about like 100 or so people.
Yeah,
which
this
is good. But it's
pretty
like if you think about it, like if you get like it's like $15 tickets, it's like all right, $1,500 worth of of tickets is good. You can kind of pay for a lot of this stuff.
But everybody's okay. Officials done a good job.
Dude, there's a lot of like
led by Carlos Ruiz.
backwards movement in the sport. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's because they're trying to change direction of the field. So they do it because it's better to just try to quickly switch the direction of where you're at on the side of the field, because all the defenders defend on one side versus the other.
Such command of the
Dude, I feel like they're not stopping when they should be. Like they're catching and they're not like planting instantly.
Yeah. Yeah, we're at 4 away, guys.
Sure.
Really appreciate it.
Why not a scuba over the mark out into space for your receiver to run onto?
Dude, legendary. The UFA logo, dude. I was a camera
The
operator
logo's
for one of
good.
these. It's so pro. They've gotten so this is first of all, they all use VMix. Goated. And all these graphics they send to all the teams. Do one angle.
Then he had 66 in the next.
Dude, this is a good camera too.
I think if the Flyers had made the playoffs, he would have gotten.
Who's your buddy on Chicago?
Greg Moreno.
Yeah. And there was just well, can we give him MVP if it's
You went to college with him or something?
Yeah, he was our team president on our team, and then our team captain also played pro, but now he's in seminary to be a Catholic priest.
Dang, dude.
Legendary. I wanted to talk with him, but literally he has it where you only can talk like once a month on the seminary phone. So like he's not gonna choose me for that. He's gonna choose like his family or whatever, which is like fair enough. But
Dude, he doesn't want to be on the Speedcubing TV podcast.
No, he's a cuber too. He's a 40-second solver. He knows like F2L and everything too. And he wrote a letter to me and Allie that him and like someone else in seminary is also a cuber, and they like there's one cube in seminary and they like share that cube. It's kind of
that's so crazy.
Dude, like, he's just praying all day and he's pious with it.
For a second, I thought.
Dude, monk vibes. It is a little monk vibe.
As we see that inside flick, just a
he's good, dude.
Too far and too zippy for Tynan Sanders.
The Growlers, bro. What are we doing? What are these names?
The San Diego Growlers. There's an element of the Flyers' pressure and defensive schemes, but there's also
dude, 3 away, guys. Let's go.
San Diego just
997.
Giving the disc away a little bit. Yeah.
Chat, run it up.
Honestly.
Cooper Williams has.
Dude, Braun got the dub.
But San Diego has 5 turnovers.
Lakers took the win. I don't know how the Rockets took.
Dude, Rockets down 3-0 without Luka is crazy.
So the Flyers.
This is like Braun fans are.
That's NBA playoffs, right?
Actually, never gonna hear.
Yeah, NBA playoffs.
Dude, legendary.
Dude,
Kennard going for like 27 the last game, bro.
He averages 30 on like 6 threes. I don't. Luka possessed that, man. I don't know what he's doing right now.
Does this to you guys look like it's a pro league?
Such a valuable member of the
No.
Dude, I don't know, man. They're just like wearing hats out there. Like this does not.
That is a little crazy.
What are they doing?
You're playing a pro sport. You got a hat on. You're running around.
Yeah.
No, in baseball, dude, it's like that too. I think they should make it uniform headwear or not uniform, because I think the headwear's too ununiform. Because they're all wearing the same shorts and shirt, which is not bad, but like, I do think about this. The headwear makes it look kind of mixed match and hodgepodge.
No, if you want my honest opinion, like this looks like the middle school football.
This would always look hodgepodge just because of like the angle they're filming from. Like,
it needs to be higher.
Imagine being able to build.
I mean,
just by
maybe
thinking about it.
I think it's just the way it's like filmed. Whereas if you watch like other field sports, like baseball and cricket, I guess they have like other angles that like to me when I think of a baseball stream, I think of like the pitching angle, where it's like you're watching the pitch from like the POV of the pitcher, and like that looks good. And then they cut to like the outfield. I think anything that's like a huge, expansive field like this is hard.
Did we just
to
hit
make
10,000,
look.
guys?
The first turnover of the point.
Chat, did we just hit 10,000?
The Sander too far, and you
Dude, we did it, guys. I'm so.
Let's go.
10,000.
Dude, that's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. It's crazy.
Digits?
That 10,000 people consciously hit a button because of Speedcubing TV at some point.
Yeah, and about 1,000 of those are for the millisecond.
Yeah, I'll say probably more of them came from Speedcube, dude. I'll say that.
That is probably true.
This is probably true.
That
You
is
got to
probably
silence the
true.
haters right now. This is crazy. Dude try to pop in and get his own piece of the pie right now. Calm down.
Wait, the Spurs are playing right now?
Dude, legendary.
Wendy,
Dude,
though.
now we're back down. Dude, there's always these guys who unsubscribe, and now we're at 9999, dude. Like, are we so for real right now?
Chat, run it up. Run it up.
Dude, what are we doing? Look at that. We're at the 999. Dude, wait, why is my webcam not above this? Why am I an idiot right now? My bad, boys.
It came from the closet.
Dude, bros runs a freaking broadcast company and can't.
Dude,
can't
honestly,
solo
that is
queue.
probably the most embarrassing about it. Is like all my cameras are just like out in the field right now. They were back at 10,000. Let's go. Dude, sweet. Well, guys,
Dylan Miller's low key more adept at running a solo stream. I can't lie.
Well, yeah. Dude, I will say, like, it's been a journey. If you guys watch this from the very beginning and everything, it would be it is quite incredible to see like how far back we've gone to where we're at today. Dude, Manu Singh Hall just joined all this too. Yep. Thank you, Manu. I appreciate
great work.
Yeah, I appreciate you too, dude. Like San Diego, if people remember back then, I mentioned it earlier before, bailing out multiple times, being one of the greatest commentators in the sport. So, dude, it is.
I've gotten bailed out a couple times too. So
that's true. I'll bail out. Why are we going back to 9999, dog? Like this is just like
you just gotta get too big to fail, bro.
That is
too
true.
big to fail.
Too big. I got to become an insurance company, dude.
Yeah, bro.
Gotta be a bank.
Chase Bank, dude. You're good.
Scrub State Farm.
Scrub State Farm.
Scrub State Farm.
Yes.
Chat, what's your favorite Speedcubing TV moment? From like a competitive stream or like a pod or something? I feel like I'm curious.
Yeah. Dude, honestly, I think for me it is probably that Dylan camera shot for real. Like, actually no, I will say that is a really good one, but I think my favorite is still Timon's 392. Like,
it's not World's Final?
No, Timon's 392.
I think I'm just selfish, but I think World's Finals was just something else.
No, World's Finals is great and everything, but Timon's 392, the reason why that is like so special is because how much it proved to the world that like speedcubing is the plot, and it is like, you know, you don't have to be in the perfect solving conditions. You can be in front of a large crowd. You can just have the top solvers, and people will watch it. Non-cubers will watch it. Everything will happen. And it wasn't even the perfect format, but Timon's 392 was the moment where everyone knew it was the solve heard around the world. It was we knew at that moment that that's when, all right, PSL can happen. Head-to-head can happen. All these things can happen. It will happen. It's inevitable. And it was that moment and that solve. And, like, if anything, World's Finals is just a byproduct of that solve, in my opinion.
Yeah, but World's Finals is like 11.5K viewers, like peak viewership on a Speedcubing TV stream, like the greatest cubing streamed event probably ever. I don't know. I agree. 392 opened the door for like a lot of things, but yeah, I don't know. It's World's Final is just like unbeaten. Maybe it's because I was there too. I was literally like as close as you could physically get. Yeah. And I saw like Yihang's reaction, Yihang's mom's reaction, Jayu's reaction as the sponsorship coordinator for MoU. Like I see him like put his fist up and Yihang's mom is hugging him. Like it was a beautiful moment. And then the rewatch on the call and then Felix on the commentary, bro, it's the greatest.
Yeah, I also think that like I think like NA All-Stars was awesome, but I feel like the rest of the world realized how good like cubing streams can be after Worlds. I feel like we talk a lot more about I mean there are just a lot more streams now. People want to be involved in streams a lot more. Yeah. I mean we got streams like of cubing every single week. Back in 2019, this is something that like Chai and I would like meme about. We would meme about like tuning in to watch cubing every weekend, and then we're like, that would never happen. But like now, like it's like closer than ever. And we got a long ways to go, but I feel like Worlds really opened the eyes of a lot of people to not just the entertainment value, but also like the outreach value.
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
This is how we grow our sport.
Worlds set the bar for like what cubing can be.
Dude, I don't know. PSL San Diego, still kind of one of the goated streams too. I think.
Dude, I can't say that because then that's self glaze, and trust me, I do that. But like,
of course, you draw the line here, right? Yeah.
The one thing about
dude.
Worlds is that it's a 4-day event that is like 10 hours each day, and in my opinion, it's just kind of hard to get through that. Whereas like a PSL is like a very solid 3.5 hours, where it's like a typical NFL game length, which is, it's different styles, but I think it's moving forward more to what the plot is. And even with these WC head-to-heads where it's just a 3x3 bracket at the end of an event being streamed, like that to me is closer to the plot and moving it forward.
Have y'all seen the new Millisecond episode?
Bro, why are you trying to spoil? This literally dropped 3 hours ago.
I'm not trying to spoil. I'm curious because it's relevant to the discussion.
Oh man,
that's not part of it. That's the one with Matt was in it, right?
Yeah, shout out producer.
I gotta
Matt,
say,
baby.
dude, the Mayo in the thumbnail, this was good. Whoever selected that was
it was Mayo.
Dude, what do you mean? Of course, I saw the camera I'm using right now was straight up chopped from freaking like 1998 camera, dude. And I was like, dude, we're gonna let me find the thumbnail in question here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude, why do I have better tech than you?
Dude, it's because
you were running a G7 as a face cam. That's a little.
Dude, that's
a little elite, dude.
Wait,
did you talk about how this was outpacing the?
It was outpacing like every other millisecond before for like the first like 2 hours, and then now it's like in boondock territory. But like for a moment, we were like, Mills, put up the cleats. Like, it's just.
Dude, Mills was like, he was like, I quit if this does better than the Yihang episode. Wait, the Yihang episode was at 6.6? Holy.
Dude, I didn't even see that. That's kind of insane.
That's insane, actually.
Should we ban Yihang, dude? What a title.
Dude, I still gotta watch that one in full too.
Dude, Manu, did you watch this one in full yet?
No, dude. Like I said, it dropped 3 hours ago, and it's like,
dude, yeah, we're in the weeds, dude. we're so in the weeds.
Dude, this is pretty good.
You're not a real fan, bro. You gotta tune in immediately.
There's one.
I'm sorry, guys. I had I have a project that I'm still like
a world record that we're aiming to break.
Dude, if Guinness doesn't charge us $10,000 to do it,
the hook, dude.
Dude, this is good too. I put this together too.
Oh yeah, we had the Matt quote.
As we say around the circles I'm in, it's not really part of the plot. Who can handle the pressure under the lights? Who is the person that can actually perform when it really matters?
That's pretty good. Dude, this is
I would love to edit like Matt's face on top of Mills's face there.
That would
be good.
That'd be funny. I haven't even accepted my own collaboration yet.
Bro, Mills accepted. He's not even on the app, bro.
Mills tried to bar.
Dude, it was so funny too because Mills woke up. He was like, Dylan, what would you think if we just skipped this week? And I was like, Mills. I was like, come on, bro. This is me every week. Every week I'm like, yo, what if we just like didn't do it this week? And like we always hunker down and do it because love the pod. It's a great thing that we're blessed and fortunate to be able to do. But like Mills was like, look, I could do it this week. It would take everything out of me. It would take my soul. And I was like, okay, look. Matt said he'll do it. And Mills was like, okay, cool, I'm going back to sleep. Like,
man, dude, too bad I was busy. I would have loved to hop on.
Dude, we might need you as an alternate because there's a world where me and Chris kind of just are like, we need this week.
Dude, we need to sub in Stu every now and then. Honestly, one of the things that we didn't even really talk about in the great journey was the Stu Cube moment of Dylan Miller, dude. Also, 250K.
That does have to be the greatest moment in one of your streams.
Dude, all right, 250K, 507K, dude, you're cooking. Dude.
Okay. Wait, oh yeah, the white kids thumbnail, dude.
Which one's that?
Everybody say that, dude. I've still never seen one of their YouTube videos.
I've never seen one of them either. But everyone in the comments is like, I got rage. I got clickbaited.
Yeah, it was either that or Matthew Lillard allegations.
Dude, I got a comment on an Instagram reel a bit ago, and it was in Spanish, and it was just Spanish, and then it said Matthew Lillard, and I was like, oh, I know what this is.
Yeah.
Dude, it happened too.
That's
We
funny.
have dinner at the house, and someone came by, and they were like, "Has anyone told you?" And I was like, "Yes, yes, yes. I've heard it. Yes." There's a video of me with 1 million views, and yes, it's the #1 comment. Yes.
Can't believe it.
Yeah. No, this is Lucas Alden.
After witnessing what's already being
masterclass
called the single
combined
most
with
shocking
the con.
performance
That Dylan
in
Miller guy was
speedcubing
like
history.
Matthew Lillard.
17th
Dude,
in the
it's
world,
funny.
Dylan
Like there
Miller
is like
currently
you know the
pulling
domino
off the
meme.
impossible.
There is
Going
like
into this
Lucas
moment,
Aubyn's
Timon wasn't
born,
just seen
and
as
then
a top
like
3 solver in the
speed
world.
cubing is a sport.
He's coming off the
like,
greatest head-to-head win of
This is true. The time traveler moved a chair.
fastest Rubik's Cube
Just
solves
because,
ever,
like-
and the most momentum of any head-to-head competitor on
Dude,
the
the
planet.
unthinkable.
If it wasn't already clear when they faced off just 30 minutes
Dude,
before
Matt was roasting me too. He was like, "Dylan should have beat this." So 6.7. I was like, "Bro, shut up." I was like, "Shut up, dude."
Wow, and this
Timon took a timeout.
What are we doing?
You, bro.
Everyone watching
My day one.
Yeah, what are we doing was so
wouldn't
good at that
the
moment
run we
too.
just witnessed was both statistically impossible
Dude, the
and
receipts, dude.
expectation shattering.
Dude,
The match between
Stu, we were running the McGee what do you call it? Is it McGee? How do you spell this? McGee
That's McGee.
stats
Or it's odds.mckey, right?
odds.mckee. Dude, we were running this. Well, let's pull up these stats real quick. For Dylan or it's like competitors menu. Yeah.
Wait, choose Timon. I'm actually curious what it says. I probably have like a 5% chance.
More stats to pull out in the next video, dude. Throw them out there. He had a 0.006.
Statistically,
How many Timons are there, dude? What?
Dude, you misspelled coalition.
Statistically impossible.
Get rid of the A. Get rid of the A. It's LA. Yeah, there you go. Dude, I was kind of bang on. I said 5%.
4, dude. Dude, what about
Dude, I took him to 5 sets.
How do I where's Doquan, dude? Dude, I need a the accent, dude. Doquan Hung.
You instead of I. Dude, I'm getting flashbacks to the last millisecond episode, dude.
Dude, and so first of all, for Doquan and Dylan, dude, what are we doing? On a 1v1, is actually 32% chance Doquan wins, dude. For next.
There's just
PSL.
no shot, dude. There's just no shot.
Dude, he's cooking.
We're quoting that. So that when it happens.
Let's go, dude. We got it. Stu, we got it.
Taking notes.
Dude, dude.
There's no shot. It's a great quote.
And then what do you
There's
call?
just no way.
Then there's
He's doubling down, dude. He's Jaden McDaniels doubling down right now.
Samir Agrawal. We throw in Samir, and Samir's actually got a 5% chance here. So like Loki, like PSL.
How is
Seattle,
Doquan doing better than Samir?
Dude, it's just how it is, dude. Doquan's good, dude. Look at his most recent like.
It's because I coached him.
Dude, his most recent averages 599, 633, 672, 606, 610, 634, 577.
Dude, wait, he actually is kind of cooking. What the heck? Why is he cooking?
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
Why does he average like 6-0? What?
Because of you, though, right? It's because of you.
Well, yes,
Really,
of course.
if you didn't get 5-5 in Davis semifinals, yeah, he would be ahead of you.
Yeah, I've been on a bad stretch. Although, look.
Hey, look, 5-5 was kind of epic though.
5-5 was epic, and that was WPA too, dude. And then
Right.
I got 5-7 the round before, 6 flat the round before. Like that was almost that was almost a pure sub 6 comp. Except round 1 I had to get 6 flat like a freaking chud.
It's probably because you woke up at like 10 p.m. or something.
Dude, actually I slept at 3:30 a.m. and I woke up at 9.
Oh yeah, I know you slept at.
Yeah, we shared the same bed. You. Wait, what was this 599 average? This was WPA too, 599. Dude, he could have BPA here is like 5.2, 5.3, 5.9. That's like kind of cracked.
Did Samir even? 759, 630, 635, 654, 682,
No.
676.
Don't even say
68.
Samir even, bro. Come on.
That's not a bad line, dude. If you're solving like you were in Davis or something, like
No,
yeah, but I mean, look at some of these singles, right? Like 5-1, 5-8, 5-3. 4-8. It's not bad. I mean, it's a singles based format after all.
Yeah, but he's inconsistent. There's an 11 in here, so
Yeah,
it's
but
like...
just like you beat fine. Dylan gets a 5-5, he gets a 5-3, and then Dylan gets a 6-8-1, he gets a 6-7-9. Like it can totally happen, dude.
Yeah, but then I get like a 7.2 and he gets like an 8.2. You never know, right? Like it's just...
I mean, I'm just saying, like, if the stars align, you know.
If the stars align, anything's possible if the stars align. Dylan Miller could have beat Tim Koloshinsky, but like that's not that's not happening, you know.
Dylan Miller doesn't think anybody worse than him can beat him, though. So the stars can't align in that way.
I am
I mean,
curious
let's look at the stats, man.
I'm curious off of a Varun Greiser a little bit. Like, what is the Varun Mohan?
Wait, he's actually cooking? He actually knows how to spell it?
Then Greiser.
Felix Greiser. What the heck? Who is this guy?
Legendary. 11.
Okay, 11%. That seems like the lowest that is like realistic.
So that means that like Dokkan's like very much in this.
Yeah, but yeah, sure.
He's 3 times as in it as Varun was, and Varun won. So
I mean, look, love Dokwang. That's my goat. Add to the count, but like,
there's no shot though.
Yeah, I fear that there's no shot. I don't know, man. You saw what happened last Seattle.
Did Maxis break 5? What is this?
Wait, what?
Dude, what am I don't even know. I in my opinion, it's Max's 5x5 world record. Oh, interesting. Yeah. That's a pretty big top-down drama that was happening. Yeah, that's fair. That is a big moment. My bad. I was completely lost in the sauce.
Tim on 5x5 average at Worlds was like, that's a beautiful moment.
No, Max's 5 world record at Nats 23, like in the heat of wide, like everyone was hating on top-down cameras and everything, and then like he breaks it, and the only way to see it is on a top-down camera is like aura.
Yeah, that was industry plant camera angle.
That was, dude. Okay, yeah, guys. So one of the things, actually, well, let's do this. One of the things we're gonna launch here.
Is this happening now?
Yeah,
I thought this was gonna happen in +3.
Well, we're gonna tease it here. I mean, John was saying we should tease it a little bit. There's a little thing here, Speedcubers Digest, going on. If you come here, it's a little bit of a news website. So
wait, why is there a Caleb Chen? Why is this on my website? Oh, Southeast is this weekend.
Yep.
Yes, it is. Yeah, first U.S. regional this year.
Chen is the clear favorite, dude. Western champs. On here, there's a
Dominic Cadisi, Dark Horse.
There's a couple of other things on here too. There are some editorials that are kind of nice. I talk about some of the stuff. Speedcubers should celebrate more. Talk about me, Manu, and Dylan when we showed up to the PPA
Dude, wait, this is such a W picture. This is so good.
I talk about some other things in Niche Trap. I talk about Ultimate Frisbee, some of the weird rules Ultimate Frisbee has with their self-refereeing and how it's not much different than us. We're strictly volunteer-based for no reason. Then talking about how we should take ourselves more seriously because that's how chess grew. So anyway, different opinion articles I've got here. And then Rosman's going to be trying to do some other things here where it's like we're having a week ahead where you kind of always get a little email with just 3 competitions you should be looking out for, you know, going into the next day or the weekend. So
wait, you literally made a thing about head-to-head simul? I didn't even know this.
Yeah.
We talked about it for like 20 minutes on the pod.
Yeah, because I'm real researching it, dude. It was back in April 2nd I posted this. I also wrote one, PR farming and head-to-head was inevitable, talking about how Ryan Pilot.
How much of this is ChatGPT? Be real.
Well, none of it's ChatGPT.
Yeah, this is blue collar, dude. He got this from he's been doing the LinkedIn's. Where's the Teodor Scramble LinkedIn at?
Yeah, where's the cubing is chess but at the speed of hockey LinkedIn?
Dude, LinkedIn is so good, dude. My LinkedIn.
He's had to pull up his LinkedIn.
He got somebody to reply, like an absolute bot replied to this guy's LinkedIn post. He was like, it's like a Canvas discussion board response.
Dude, first season. Wait. Chess is
Sheer ignorance, bro. What are we doing?
Dude, this is such a good post. Don't even play. Okay, guys, let me read this.
Wait, read the comment, dude. Read the comment.
Dude,
Dude,
this is
what
such
are
a
we
sharp
doing?
connection.
What is this stream?
Dude, this is what I imagined Matthew Marinick to be. We literally just pull up his LinkedIn. Nothing else would have made sense, bro. Nothing else. Dude, the Dylan Miller streams are like we're blasting Lil Peep, you know, like we're doing that.
On up LinkedIn on this.
Dude, we can play some nice music in the background. We can play "Here I Am, Lord."
We're gonna play Fried Rabbit in the background, dude.
Sheer ignorance. In college, I studied Israel Kirzner's theory of sheer ignorance. It's the idea that we don't just lack information, we often don't even know what we don't know. Kirzner argued that the most successful people aren't necessarily the ones with the most data. They're the ones with the alertness to notice an opportunity that everyone else is stepping over. It reminds me exactly of speedcubing. When a cuber sets a personal best or world record, people often say, oh, they just got a lucky scramble. We hear the same thing in business. They just got a lucky break. The truth is, luck is only half the reality. No one sees the thousands of people who get lucky scrambles but lack the preparation to capitalize on them. They hesitate, they don't execute properly, or they simply aren't alert enough to see the luck sitting right in front of them. To have success, it seems you need two things. First, show up for more scrambles. You can't get lucky a break unless you're putting yourself in more positions to get lucky. And second, cultivate alertness. You have to be prepared so that when the lucky opportunity appears, you actually recognize it for what it is. It makes me wonder, how many lucky scrambles have I already missed because I wasn't alert? And if my next one is sitting in front of me right now, am I prepared to solve it? Pictured as the current world record scramble of 2.76 seconds. Yeah, it's good.
Bro actually just read the entire LinkedIn post.
Dude, there's another one dude does really good.
Oh my god,
the literacy rates in America are down right now.
Dude, speedcubing is chess at the speed of hockey. The sport of speedcubing demands high strategy while making incredibly fast decisions. Sometimes you get luckier scrambles than others. Sometimes you just have to commit to the decision because there's no time to waste. Cubing has shaped how I run my company. You have to move fast with strategic intention, balancing meticulous strategy with speed to solve the toughest challenges.
That sponsored by Liquid AUDs, bro.
Yeah. So, but yeah, guys, 10,000 subscribers. Let me throw it back to just me here for a moment. Appreciate the journey along the way. It was the friends we made along the way, right? What's crazy is hopefully it just keeps on going parabolic motion. You know, like it was insane that it took like 3 months to get to 1,000 subscribers, and I kind of stalled out in like this 3,000 to 4,000 range. And this past year, it's like doubled to 10 grand. 10 grand. Yeah, I guess you could say it like that. 10,000. So appreciate a lot of people here in this call who've made it possible, with Stu making videos, Dylan being on the millisecond, Manu commentating. It's been a fun time through all of it all, but this is probably where the stream is going to end here at 10,000 subscribers. You guys can check out Speedcubers Digest, the few 10 people who know about it now, so enjoy. You're the first people, so